makes you happy.
You just gotta think it, do it, and get it done. You gotta stop procrastinating.
It's time to be creative.
I realized that life is a lot more about the journey.
Experience amazing.
Sometimes you just need to pick up and go.
Get out there and see everything you're missing.
Welcome to Finding Lost.
The ability to just go. Get off your ass and experience everything. Welcome to Finding Lost with Daniel Chipman.
Oh, and it's the trilogy number 3 with Elmer Hall.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I'm glad this has become a normal thing. 3 weeks in a row, basically.
Or maybe you just don't have any other friends that are willing to come see you. I don't know.
Hey, I've done other podcasts. Now that I'm finally approved by iTunes,
Yes.
I get to get out there.
Very much.
I even got some backlog podcasts that I've been debating on posting.
Ooh, your listeners are going to be in for the treat.
There's some good nugs in those podcasts.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Got the Louis One Claw story.
What's that about?
It's about Louis One Claw, man. You're gonna have to listen to the podcast to find out about Louis One Claw. This
sounds
is the claw that has Louis One Claw. Is the oh god damn it! Was he a crab or a lobster? I think he was actually a crab.
Yeah.
But,
It's like, yeah, I've only got one claw, bro. It really doesn't matter.
we talked about boiling him, and we tried boiling one. And my
dude.
buddy's story, and he popped out of the pot.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Good old Louis One Claw.
I want to cook these things live. Yes. That's always been that just torturous feeling of like, oh yeah, let's watch that.
Right.
Yes.
You know, if the food's not screaming before you eat it.
Yeah, it gives it that extra pop to it. Like
Gotta
I
have
like
some
it.
good food.
I gotta make sure my food suffers. Okay, you know, I can't eat something that hasn't suffered. Okay, I'm a complete anti-vegan. It must have suffered.
Oh god.
You please make sure this baby duck doesn't quite taste just right. You know, make it suffer a little bit more. They're like, oh, okay,
There wasn't enough malice in this duck.
Yeah, this one, I think it maybe seen the light for a day. Could you just put it back in complete darkness for the rest of its fucking existence?
It needs solitaire for at least.
I think I heard too many sounds. Like, you know, just remove its ears next time, would you? Like, oh my god,
It's too big.
people will eat it though, no matter what. We don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Protoplasm, pink filler.
I seen that. There was that meme, and it was fucking Back to the Future and Jamie Foxx and it was eating ass in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, maybe that's too new for you guys yet, but your kids are gonna love it.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it. If you don't eat ass, I mean, I don't know. It's 2019, bro. It's a millennial thing though.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I could talk about it a lot. I love eating ass because it's just girls don't like it. A lot of girls don't like it, but it's the girls that have never had their assholes licked that don't like it. That's what I've noticed, at least.
Sure, the same with a lot of my friends too.
Well, yeah, even the dudes where it's like, "What, you like your ass licked?" It's like, well, yeah.
I'm gonna
like,
get you to salad tossed.
Yeah.
Have you ever had your salad tossed?
yeah, with ranch or syrup. It's like, I don't know.
Well, then you're missing out, bro.
Yeah, you're not living life. Okay, it's 2019. I mean, I know we don't have moving sidewalks, but
Get in on that. Oh, we do. Sure.
Well, yeah, in
At
airports.
airports.
And yeah. Oh, dude, those are my favorite. I remember being at LAX and just, you know, the first time I ever seen one of those and just flying into such a huge fucking place. And it was just, oh my God. And the smog. That was the #1 killer. I never knew.
You know, the fucking smog's the reason why you got such beautiful fucking sunsets.
That's the reason, yeah. Just put some more nuclear
Get
waste
shorty.
up there and fucking. Oh yes, exactly. Oh yeah. Well, we should just love living here because it's fucking.
I hear the fucking smog is the reason you guys have such beautiful fucking
That's
sunsets.
it too. Oh yeah, it just adds that greenish purplish to it. You know. Oh, I love it.
Twinge.
Yeah, it was
good color.
That was the most disgusting thing I'd probably ever seen naturally. Where I was flying, you know, we just flown over the Grand Canyon. We're coming from Michigan out to fucking flying into Anaheim, or flying into LAX and then going to Anaheim from there. And it was just like, okay, what the fuck is that coming up? That looks like a giant cloud. And the next thing you know, I never knew you're going down into a valley and here's all this. It's just nastiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And that's just all those people, all those cars.
Totally like what Joe Rogan said in his comedy thing. He's like, it's cancer. You're flying into LA and you're like, this is cancer.
Yes, it literally is.
It's smelly. It's, there's like fucking fuming.
Well, it's like the more I hear about LA, it kind of sounds, yes, it's appealing. That's where everything is. LA, New York, that kind of shit. Where if I want to do anything with my stand up or even do stand up in general, I got to work around here, but that's where you want to go. New York, LA, those are the big comedy hubs. LA's a little more easy or lenient than the fucking New York. It's a little more hardcore, but I think I'd fit
That's
in
because
more.
it's not as big in New York as it is in LA. Dude, you go down to LA, you're going to go down to like the Ice House or some fucking random club, and you're going to see 5 or 6 of the best comics working.
Oh, yes. And they have more to be happy about. New Yorkers don't have much to be happy about when
It's cold.
We're cramped, it's snowing, it's this, it's that, but I think I'd fit in because I am such a pessimist asshole. I was just talking to my girlfriend last night about it, and she's like, yeah, I think you would be a good New Yorker because you are just a cocksucking asshole.
You're already halfway there.
Well, I'm just in a rush. Every time I go down to my little local store, they're all just a bunch of bumfuck in the hicks with the sticks people, and they just look at me like I'm some sophisticated city person, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm not. Only that way compared to these cow fuckers, you know. And these,
I'm quite simple. Just believe me.
Yes, but I'm in a hurry. I'm simply in a rush to get what the fuck I came in here for, and I want to get out. I'm not the kind of guy that. I mean, I'll talk and I'll chit chat, blah blah blah. But it is that.
You got the Walmart strut on you at all times.
I don't want to fucking go into Walmart just to shop. I go in there to get the fucking shit. Get out.
Get the fuck out of there.
I need this new CD. I need that headphone jack, and I need this. And now get out of my way. And then you run into 10 people you've seen or from fucking.
I don't. I just try to hurry quick enough to where I'm like, don't see you there. I'm sorry.
Oh hey Dan. Oh hey Dan.
Oh hey. Hey, do we just stand here and nod for a couple minutes now, or do we continue shopping?
I can just look at you and your fat fucking gut and your dumb children. And yep, we're really successful. Yeah, like,
we're doing it.
We're doing it. American dream. I tell you,
America.
what.
Yeah, I've.
Oh yeah.
I remember our graduating class. I think this is how big of our graduating class is such procrastinators. I think it took like another 2 years before we actually had our 10-year high school reunion.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like on the 12th year, and of course I'm not gonna fucking show up to that shit. I'm gonna wait till the 20th.
Yeah, I didn't go to my 10-year. I kind of regret it, but it was because it was being hosted at a fucking friend's house that I was on bad terms with at that time, and it was just like, oh, okay, well, you're hosting it, cool. But it is the feeling of wanting to go.
Remind me to not RSVP.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for like a 20-year. That'll be kind of fun. 15 will be okay, but 20 will be like, oh, you guys have had a little bit of time to grow up. You know, we might be able to talk a little bit compared to, you know, because it's that feeling of who do you connect with from high school? Are you still connecting with them?
Who do you? I don't.
Who do you really? Other than the 3, maybe 3 people, and that's not even consistent. That's just, oh, I got that one buddy, and then that's
high school.
That's it. Oh yeah, but people don't get out of fucking high school. They get out of high school, and then it's still the same shit. Like
exactly. If they get out of high school, they just turn their factory job into high school.
Yes.
Like the work atmosphere, it's like people just don't even.
That was my biggest shocker from high school, of like graduating, and then I went to work, and I'm working at Little Caesars, but it's like, oh, well, this is like high school.
It's because we're all people, and we're just all figuring it out.
Well, we love drama. We love it. We love, like we were talking about, you know, exciting bitches. Exciting bitches are just crazy bitches, and it's exciting. That's why we like these skinny, crazy bitches, and that's why we like, you know.
I think exciting is, that's.
It's exciting.
It's all exciting, but what makes them exciting is we were talking about the red flags.
Oh, and the drama, yeah. Drama, red flags.
Drama is not. I am a no drama motherfucker, and this is the thing that pisses me off about that statement right there. Is every no drama motherfucker that I know is the guy or chick that is just nonstop drama.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's everybody talks in code, but really they're not talking in codes. They're just talking in reverse. It's all backwards. When it's like, I don't like drama at all. Oh, what you're really saying is, I love drama and I can't get enough of it. I don't want to deal with drama ever again. Oh, so you're the guy that I'll be talking to in 20 years, depressed at the bar because of all the drama.
You mean 20 minutes? You mean 20 minutes when he's spilling the gossip?
Well, I'm going to go on and do things with my life, though. Yeah. I'm not sticking around for this negativity shit. I'm moving on. Yeah. I'm moving on to bigger, better, or I just isolate to stay away from the negative. It's not a bad isolation. It can be a positive. It can be just you're cutting out toxicity. You're cutting out the fucking
You got to cut out toxic people.
Yes, even if it is your friends and family and blah, blah, your so-called friends. You can make more friends. There's only 8 billion fucking people on the planet. I'm pretty sure you can make a friend with one of them. I'm pretty sure there could be more. There's just so much more that we're so connected, but yet now everyone's disconnected.
Yeah, it's because because as connected as we are, we've lost a greater sense of community. We feel a lack of purpose. I mean,
or it's a less of a priority. There's communities, there's all this other good shit, but it's not a priority.
Well, yeah, sure. Maybe our connectiveness is was what's keeping us from.
Well, that's
or
it.
distracting us rather.
Facebook is the priority over actual human communication
Sure.
and actual human connection. Me sitting here with you, this is actual human connection. We went to eat, we did this. We're having a physical exchange, and then we're in the same room. Compared to, well, I'm just happy doing that.
Yeah,
through
or you're on a
Facebook.
webcam.
I'm content doing it through this or through that, and the priority is what's on my Facebook compared to, well, who's in front of me. And that's kind of the problem I see with a lot of people. Just they don't care who's in front of them. They care who's in front of this, in front of their phone, in front of their eyes.
Oh, they
not
liked it.
actually,
Oh, did they react? Oh my God! Look what they
Yes.
said.
Oh, yeah.
They said something nice.
Get my
Oh, he
dopamine.
thinks I'm a cocksucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
But then
well.
people aren't even sharing real shit. That's what upsets me is a lot of people share just the dumbest shit where it's not actually real. It's not really what they wanted to say, but they'll just share it anyways. And then they share, it's all just really shallow and humdrum and doesn't really get my attention. And the only thing it does get my attention for is like how bad it is. You know, I wish people on my feed were showing me and getting my attention for good things, but they do, but it's things that they didn't create themselves.
Sure.
So many people, like it went, and I predicted it. I remember years ago, I'm like, every fucking update will eventually be a video. And I said that years ago. I need to go back on my Facebook and see exactly when I said it because I fucking predicted it. I predicted the people getting shot on the fucking live. Once Facebook went live, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch the first fucking cop shoot somebody. I can't wait to watch people die now. I already knew what the fuck is going to happen. Like, it's so simple to predict it because I'm balls deep in it, and it's just...
Well, yeah, and it doesn't take. I mean, it's not like a crazy prediction. I mean, eventually,
No,
if something
not
is
by any
announced or
means.
something is released, then of course it's going to be taken to the extremes of whatever end that it comes.
But it was that feeling of knowing where it's going to go, where people aren't going to share their own content. That was the feeling of like, it's going to eventually be a video update, but no one's going to share any of their own shit.
Everyone's going to be talking about either the hot topic.
You're sharing other people's stuff, which is good. Obviously, we need people to share the podcast and share this and like this. We need that to actually spread whatever we're doing, no matter who you are. But at the same time, that's all people are doing is sharing other people's shit. They're not creating their own. They're not. That's going to be the future, at least the way I see it.
But not everyone is.
No, they're not all
everyone's
creative.
built to create. I mean,
No.
I think that everyone's creative,
I just know your jobs.
even if they don't think they are.
The jobs are dwindling. This is, I guess, my most logical advice I'm giving is not really a personality or how I feel about it. It's more of just the logistics. Become a brand, whether you're creative or not, or find some kind of brand that you're going to be, because in the future, your jobs are going to be fucking gone. You know, maybe you have a good job that is not going to be taken by AI or robots, but 20 years from now, who the fuck's going to be working? 30 years from now, who's going to really be working? We're all going to be entertaining each other. That's all we're doing right now is just jerking each other, entertaining each other. So that's the future. I want people to know that, where it's like, create it now, start your YouTube, start this.
It's funny. It's
don't,
like it's so much not the future. It's just it's going to be a repeat of what the past has been. I mean,
Yes.
these are not.
It's not new ideas by
exactly.
any means of the imagination. It's all just a repeat and a copy
a,
of a
copy of a copy of a copy,
Oh,
and
yeah.
just look, now we do it on phones.
Yes.
Oh wait, well now we have phones in our pockets.
Well,
now we're going to do
yes.
it on that. Now we're going to do it in space.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Fuck Earth. Now we're going to do it on the moon.
Yeah.
We'll do it on Mars.
Yes, and then we'll do it. You'll have a video in your bathroom, toilet, this, that. When you look everywhere, there will be a screen.
Speaking of Mars,
oh yes,
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty fucking excited that the Falcon Heavy, SpaceX is the largest rocket, most powerful rocket in the fucking world. It will be taken off, I think, either this week or next week. Is the window. I'm looking forward to that, dude. I was there for the first launch, man. I've even been debating. I'm like, oh, man, I got like 7 days. Do I just go down to Florida? And
Yeah,
I mean, I got a place to
Good.
watch it.
I was gonna say,
you know,
I've got
like-
grandparents in Florida.
my buddy's got a condo right there, like literally across the bay from where they launched, from
Yes,
Kennedy Space
Jesus
Center.
Christ.
So it was like, it's insane. Like we literally last time, so it went down.
It's kind of a no-brainer then, I guess. To me, just hearing it, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
well,
don't mean to call you on
I
your
gotta-
shit,
I
but
gotta pay money, man.
I know that's
I
exactly
got bills
the
to
problem.
pay.
That's the brainer. There's the brainer.
The brainer is that realistically, that if money was not an option, or
Yes.
if just coming up with an extra $500, so that's
yeah.
realistically what it would take.
Yeah, like
take
a gas.
$500 to get for gas to down there
a
and
little bit
back.
of food.
And some food, yeah.
Yep.
But it'll be a hell of a trip, but driving is a
Oh yeah. Oh, I fucking hate driving, but I'm good at it.
I
I'm
don't
really-
hate driving.
I'm
I
a
really love driving,
natural-born
actually.
driver.
But Doing a long ass trip like that when it's really quick.
That's what I mean, is that I hate I'm a good driver and I hate that I'm good at it. Because yes, you can stay alert and stay awake and drive for 12 fucking hours straight. I remember driving right from here to Tennessee in one day. Just like,
sure.
Okay, I'm going to come see you.
Yep.
Boom, leaving at 6. I'll be there by 6. Okay.
32 hours in the car straight to Vegas,
Yeah,
baby.
oh, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, that'd be
You know what's funny is when we did that one, Chad Sibley was just on the podcast and we were talking, but we hit 18 states in 7 days.
Yeah.
And
That's
in that time, we spent an entire day at Universal Studios LA.
Yeah.
We spent an entire day of shooting, like the reason why I was even down there.
Yeah.
And adding it up, like we did over 90 hours of driving. I think it was like 93 hours of driving.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
So when you think about
God.
just that alone, me and him both worked 42 hours or 45, 46 hours basically
Driving.
of just driving, and we still had a fucking good time. We stopped when we wanted to stop. We checked out what we wanted to check out. We took all the historical highways, you know, so we had like some really great scenery, and it was just cool.
Oh yeah, and you had a good time doing it, and it's actually it can be done. That's pretty much it.
Right.
It can be
That was the
fucking
other thing.
done.
It was
You
like,
don't have to say no. You don't have to be like, oh, I could never do this. Like, well,
if we
fucking
take
did
this
it.
extra
Check
route,
this
we can
out.
touch the corner of that state, and then it's 18. You know, like,
Then we
it was
get
like,
yeah, that's
it was
it.
funny. We're like, hey man, just how many can we hit? Because like it was already ridiculous when we were like, man, dude, we hit like 9 states in 7 days.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if we go this way,
That's exactly it. Playing that fucking. I remember being on the fucking 4 corners of like you're in Nevada,
New Mexico, Utah,
and some of those states, yeah. They're fucking.
Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and Utah.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. That was like my one big trip. Basically, my one big family trip was flying from here out to LA, staying in Anaheim for like a week at Disneyland, and then after that, we fucking drove to Vegas, stayed there a week. And then from Vegas, we drove back to California, went to San Diego for a week. But it was like the one big family vacation I ever had. It wasn't like an every year thing. It was just like, nope, we got some money this year, and you're 17, and your brother's this, and blah, blah, blah. Well, let's all fucking go. You guys are old enough to kind of enjoy shit, but obviously, like Vegas, it was just, I'm getting handed all the porno cards from like Mexicans on every corner.
Oh, I'm gonna
and just,
save these.
You know,
Got some
$69.
souvenirs.
Oh, yeah. And then I have a whole deck of them to show my mom. Like, wow, check out this. Yeah, okay.
You got stars on her nipples. It's okay.
Yeah, you know, that's it. I just looked at the ground. I really just missed out on all of Vegas because I was looking at all the porno cards on the ground and shit. And then my mom's like, Elmer, look up. Look at the skylight. Look at the fucking,
Look at all the lights.
Yes, it was.
Are you a gambler?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love gambling. I couldn't gamble there, but it was like, that's my goal. I would love to go to Vegas and gamble. I'm a gambler.
So I know you did. I mean, so yeah, I guess we talked about this because what are your table games?
I don't really play table games too
You
much.
play the slots.
I play the slots. I love the randomness. I love that. It's like my belief in the universe of just, oh, it's random. It'll randomly happen. Like there was one night I hit for fucking $2,000 because there's these green machine. You can play $5 max bet. It's like 5 reels, and whatever money symbol shows up, you get it. You can go from $1 to $1,000. Went on this side of the casino, hit for $1,000 within like the first fucking $10 I did, and it's $5 max bet. I'm like, holy fuck. Went to the other side of the casino where the same kind of machine was set up, put in $100, went down to like $10, boom, hit that for $1,000. And it's just that randomness. I love that kind of. That's where I got hooked by hitting for like $2,000, and then that was like, ooh, I could win like a whole month's paycheck, and then I could win my more like just that fucking fascination. But it is the adrenaline and the addiction of if you don't win big, you're not going to get that addicted. But if you win big, ooh,
Yeah, I
you're
guess
gonna
the
keep
best thing
coming
happened to
back.
me the first time I went to a casino and lost my ass. So.
Yes, and it kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth, and then you're less likely to go back. My first time, I think I won like $500, and it was that feeling of, oh Jesus, I only came here with 100. This is amazing. Or my aunt, she's the one that got me into it because she would just go up there religiously every Friday, and it was, I'll give you $200 if you go with me. And I'm like, okay, well, I can do that. Oh yeah, it's like I can fucking do that. I like listening to it before I get to fucking.
You
hear
get
it.
your own.
Well, I just like listening. Like the last one, I did the
Like,
same
look
thing.
over here, and Elmer's got his phone on record. I'm like, we're
Secret.
recording it right now.
Oh, yeah, I just
It's like, yeah, but I'm gonna have this forever, fucker.
Well, I get to listen to it on the way back and then know how fucking dumb I sounded the whole time. Like that's what I did last time. I secretly recorded the last one, but it's like I'm not fucking gonna put it out there. It's that
Right,
it's that feeling of it's for my personal benefit of Yeah, maybe don't say that next time, or maybe cut that kind of shit out, or I analyze my work no matter what. Everyone if you don't watch your work, you're obviously not doing good enough work.
I do the same thing.
I want to watch it, or at least to a certain degree. You don't got to watch every fucking thing you do because you do so much, but it's those things that I like to watch where I'm like, or listen to. It's that, ooh, that was good. Ooh, that part. Oh, that, and then that was shit. Don't fucking do that again. Okay, try to cut that out.
Yeah, my whole thing in the end is I just want to learn how to be a better conversationalist, really.
Yes, and the more we do it, the better we'll get. That's how I feel too.
Art of communication is going to be in a lost art. We're all going to be writers, and we're all going to be texting with our thumbs.
Yes.
It's just or it's going to be whatever, but it's going to be your fake whatever, because you're going to have, I got my phone. We're not going to meet in public because my phone filter makes me look fantastic. Yes. And why don't we just chat right now?
Well,
you got a robot there, right? She can tug you. I'm just gonna. We'll have some phone robot sex.
Yeah, that's it. Or it's a hologram that fucking, or it's the neural net bullshit like Elon Musk is talking about, where it won't. Well, it's just it'll make you not a house cat anymore. Like we're basically house cats in our experience of the human condition because we have filters that filter our reality, and that's our brain.
Well, the moment that our brain can subconsciously interface with the internet, shit's going to be crazy.
Once we can do the transcendence, because that's basically it. Johnny Depp transcendence of just being uploaded and then knowing everything.
Sure.
If you could upload a consciousness or almost an ego, almost a personality to run as a supercomputer.
Another great Netflix original, man. Altered Carbon.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Dude, if you haven't seen that, that's a good one.
There's even another, it's kind of like anime, but it was another animated series that I've been hearing a lot about, too. It's not like a Ghost in the Shell, but it's more something similar to that type, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about that, too. Netflix is they're doing pretty good right now.
The blood or the robots.
Blood. It has blood in it and robots. Yeah.
Something in robots.
I just heard it had good reviews so far. So
I've also heard good things about it. I heard that it taps into where Black Mirror doesn't.
Ooh, that would be where haven't they tapped in? That's great.
Right.
That's intriguing.
So it was intriguing enough for me. I haven't clicked on it yet, but I tell you, Netflix kills it when it comes to original content. Sometimes they release some fluff. But fuck, man, as long as they keep me under the cost of a movie ticket a month, I'm gonna subscribe.
Yes, you can't not. Basically, it's like if you want to see some good shit, you get Netflix, or you just get your mom's password. It's really
right. Well, and that's still cool. That's totally cool with Netflix too.
Yeah.
Like, what's funny is we're trying to crack down on all these people that aren't paying for Netflix.
Yeah, literally.
And then I was like thinking to myself, and I'm like, wait a minute. And you look at the package and then you're like, oh, well, shit. Like, even though my dad lives in another house, like me, like we're all his kids, we can still get that.
That's exactly it. That's where my mom has paid for it. And it's only been one account, but then she got the 5 profiles, me, my brother, sister, blah, blah. It just works out perfect. Like
and then Prime too. Like people don't realize that you can share. Like how many people are paying individually? Like, oh, Mom, you got Prime? Yeah. I got Prime too. And whatever. How many people do you know that it's like, you don't need to. Now what's funny is I know this other person though. I go over to their house, they want to watch a movie. I think they pay for Netflix, but they have everything, and it's just because other people have came over to their house and logged in, and then she just doesn't log them out. So there's access to everything.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah. Well, we bought our tickets to Adam Sandler the other day, and it came with a 30-day free trial of Hulu.
Where's he playing?
Van Andel in Grand Rapids.
Oh, God. That's going to be a great show. So, unfortunately, I went to go see him when it was with Nick Swardson and everyone. They were at the casino.
Yeah.
And they got rained out.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and he came out, he did like 5 minutes, and then like the fire department like shut it down, torrential downpour. We were all trying to
I got to give you something though. I came all this fucking way.
Then they're like, oh, well, we might. Then they're like, oh, hey, it's going to be a couple hours, so hey, like everyone can get a meal over there in the buffet, right? Yep. And then it was funny, Adam Sandler, because he didn't get to go out, but we still watched Nick Swardson, Rob Schneider,
fucking
dude.
Yeah,
Who else was there?
I don't even know who he's gonna have with him. I'm excited.
David Spade.
Yeah, oh
and I was just like, dude, like we got to see those guys. Adam Sandler comes out. He's out for like fucking, again 5 minutes, and then gets shut down. But they completely refunded the price of the ticket.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's it.
How fucking cool is that?
Yes, oh yeah, and he's a good guy. That's where I've always loved Adam Sandler. He's always been, even though people bash him, talk shit about his movies, blah blah blah. Like,
at least he's making shit.
Well, that's the thing. That's what you have to respect. If you don't, though, that's up to you. I don't really give a shit. But it's that feeling of like, I respect him, and a lot of my personality, a lot of my humor comes from his sick, grotesque.
So what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
I don't know. The Wedding Singer is up there. The Wedding Singer is one of my favorites. The fucking, obviously, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Just the originals, really. When Billy Madison came out, I remember going to the theater and seeing that. Happy Gilmore, same thing. Just so many classic fucking quotable, The Price is Wrong, bitch. And just fucking, there's so much goddamn shit.
I've literally...
Click was amazing.
Click
was such a fucking heartfelt, deep movie showing you that don't waste your life.
Spanglish was actually really good.
Spanglish was really good too. I mean, he's done a lot of good movies, and it's just once he went more for real heartfelt shit, people were like, "Oh, you're not funny anymore." It's like, well,
the Gobbler,
he's not young anymore. He's not 25 anymore,
good.
so he's not talking about putting his dick in gas tanks and shit like that. He's a fucking grown-ass adult, so he's making a movie called Grown Ups, and it's all about family,
which was great.
Yes, but
and I thought the second one was even funnier.
People bash on him, or people will give me shit, right? I'm sure there'll be people be like, "You fucking like Adam Sandler? What are you fucking stupid?"
Dude, I have a couple people that are like, "Yeah, totally anti-Adam Sandler." But
it's almost like a Nickelback thing. It's almost like a Nickelback thing where it's just,
but they're still number one, motherfucker.
That's exactly it. It's cool to hate Nickelback
because it's like cool to hate.
That's what I mean. It's cool to hate Adam Sandler. It is kind of a cool thing for certain dumbasses,
Yeah, because they get to group us.
Well, yes,
like,
I'm in a group. I got a label. Look at me, more power. It's like, no, you got less power because you just can't.
I literally burnt the tape out. Like, I watched Happy Gilmore so many times, and it's funny because sometimes I'll even still throw it in. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to sleep to it. I never do. It's a short movie. It's like 86 minutes or 83 minutes.
That's it.
And it's just all done. Billy Madison is great. I every line, but before that,
the albums. That's what I was gonna say. Grew up on. I knew the albums.
What the hell happened to me? And dude,
oh my God, Stan and Judy's Kid was a really good one with all the fucking just the cool guy scenarios. Yeah, baby, yeah, I'm gonna pull up my pud. Yeah, put your hands on my pud. And she's like, what?
On the sweet meat, baby.
Let me just pull out my sweet meat. It's like, what the fuck? It's like,
oh my God,
your sweet meat? Yeah.
What the hell is your pud?
No, it's my tattywhacker.
He's like, I get this ding dong wet somehow, and he's just like walking into the water. Yeah. Stan, Julie, did you listen to Shh, Don't Tell?
Oh yeah.
Dude, his rap I thought was fucking brilliant.
Yes,
the married couple sitting in the where they're farting.
Yes,
no, they're talking about.
He was in the therapist one, and then they're talking about like, yeah, your mom's a fucking bitch, or I want to fuck your.
He's like, yeah, I want to come on your mom's tits while she makes waffles or something. Yeah.
What the fuck? It's like, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. What are you?
And then she's like, fuck me, Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
he's like, yeah.
But that's what I miss. That's what I was kind of saying is that I loved his. It was just skits. It's all audio though. It's
but
audio
not just
only.
Oh,
but he painted
Whitey
a picture.
when he did 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh, dude. Yeah, but I heard Whitey on Stan and Judy's Kid.
Well,
yes, exactly.
Like, my left foot is an adult 11, and my right foot is a children 7. So when
I go to the beach, I choose not to take off my socks. I don't like the attention.
You mind if I sit here with you? I don't want to bother you. I don't want to bother you.
Excuse me, Dad. You gonna be sitting here much longer?
Hey, McCarthy.
I was like, hey, just play with your cock and balls for Mama.
Oh yeah.
Mom, that's
you're
gross.
scared, aren't you, honey?
Come here.
Don't be scared.
Get me a carrot.
Mom. Yeah, just like talking to the girl. Oh, dude, all that shit. And then his music, man.
Yes, but it was
like Stan and Judy's Kid. Like, first off, I do medium pace in a handful of my karaoke.
Oh yes, dude.
One they don't have at karaoke that I've always wanted to do is the though I've been a fool for love.
Oh yes. Oh, that one's my favorite.
I finally made my score. I got a girl and I don't mean to boast,
but she loves me the most.
Even though she's a highly paid whore. This is like grooving it like Sinatra, man.
He's always had such a good taste in music. Like, my mom has always loved Adam Sandler, but because Adam Sandler's the same age as my mom.
Like fucking the Lonesome Kicker.
Yes.
Goat
every
song?
fucking- oh my God.
With the red hooded sweatshirt. That one was like one of my fret ones.
And that was the most serious song I'd heard from him.
One of the
ever.
newer ones, was the
Dip.
Amazing Willy Wanker.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah,
It's like
fuck.
talking
Yeah,
about
the
just jerking off at like 13 or
dude.
whatever, dude.
They
It's
were-
just the funniest shit ever.
It was just, it was the newest shit I'd heard, and it wasn't even new. Like Cheech and Chong did shit like that.
Yeah.
But it was Adam Sandler doing all these. It was just so perverse. The
Louise,
buffoon.
what do you need, sir? What do I need? You know what I need. I need you to just come on in here and fist these cock out of these trousers. It's like the smallest
Sir?
dick in the world.
You heard me? It's like, okay.
Tell me it's bigger than a Tic Tac.
But it
isn't.
ain't.
I don't give a shit if it is it, bitch. Say that it is.
Bigger than
All right, yo.
grape, cashew, walnut.
Whoa, bitch. Keep
Bigger
this
than
shit
all that
semi-real.
shit. Yeah, exactly. He's bigger than all that shit. Like fucking.
It's all bigger than all that shit put together. Yeah.
Oh damn, bitch! I'm about to bust it. Oh. And she's like, He's like, damn, bitch. Hope you on the pill, because I just blew that wild all up in there.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's on the end of this pubic hair.
Yeah, there's a beach down in the bathroom. You clean yourself up.
It's all right. I'll use this Q-tip.
Dude, it was just like such good shit. And I've
Obviously,
never heard
we both
anybody-
listened to it 100 times,
Yes.
too.
It was my
That's the other
only
thing.
thing. It was the only thing I had that sounded like that. There was
Right.
no
Oh, yeah.
other person, no other.
Jerky Boys
I
had all
didn't-
that shit, but Adam
That's the thing,
Sandler
yeah.
got to play.
I didn't have the fucking. I had access to certain things where I got it from friends and neighbors
Yeah.
and shit. It was being
Back on
12,
cassette,
13.
man.
On cassette, I had the fucking. I think the first one I had was "What the Hell Happened to Me."
When I was in 7th grade, I remember being like that guy, like, oh, you got to hear this shit. And I
Yes.
played the Principal's Big
Yes,
Day.
I'd have my fucking Walkman.
Yeah.
Here, take my headphones, listen to this. Oh my God, dude, you said what the fuck? I'm like, yes, he's saying nasty shit. I'm gonna come in your popcorn and I'm gonna
Satisfy each other orally.
Yes, exactly. Oh my
As
God,
I
dude.
build towards climax.
But it's like to have the balls to do that. Like, I think about that kind of aspect of Adam Sandler, of like having the balls to put out that kind of material, knowing how it's going to affect your friends, family, loved ones, this, that, your reputation.
Can't believe you just said that.
That's it. But
Yeah.
that's exactly the feeling of that's where people, I think about that kind of shit, and certain people don't. Certain people do. Obviously, the people that don't, yeah, they have no fucking problem. But oh my God.
I used to always think everything was silly, man. Like
Yep.
when I knew what I knew of music was because my parents were divorced. Was what the fuck my mom would listen to.
Yes.
And, you know, there's a lot of Michael Bolton, a lot of like fucking.
Oh God, Michael Bolton. Yeah, like that's it, Michael Bolton.
Dude, no, I'm trying to think of the guy Kenny. What's his fucking name?
Kenny Rogers, yeah.
You know, which isn't too bad, but like, dude, all that kind of shit.
G.
Yeah, I mean, she just Bon Jovi was probably as rock as she got. But like, and then my stepdad listened to a lot of grunge and stuff, and my dad. But music for me, a lot of it came from Weird Al, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so everything was a
Yes.
joke to me.
Yes.
You know, that's so I loved all these different styles of music, and I didn't even realize that that's what I was becoming enjoying. But
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I thought that
That it-
he's talking about tacos or he's talking about food or.
Oh yeah, the references I didn't get compared to the ones that I blatantly got.
Right,
of,
because
like,
they were so in your face for a
yes,
teenager.
I want to stroke my cock at me. Now take the shampoo bottle on my ass and watch
Yeah,
me
then you hear
know,
that
like
shit, you're
fucking-
like, mind
What?
blown.
Pretend I'm the pizza delivery guy and watch me whack off. You're like, what the fuck is he? What the fuck? It was just always a what the fuck, and then it was almost that. Is this too much for me? Is this too much for my little brain? But then you want more of it. Like
Right.
I felt the same way with Slipknot. When I got my first Slipknot CD,
Oh
it was
my
that.
God.
Is this too much metal for me? Is this too?
Shut the
especially
front
when I
door.
open it up and it's like, fuck it all, fuck this world, fuck everything that you stand for, don't belong, don't
Dude,
exist, don't
oh
give a
my
shit,
God.
don't ever judge me. And I was like, is this too hard for me? Because I was listening to White Zombie and Green Day and Rammstein, and then it's like I got Slipknot, and it was like, and it was ordering it out of Columbia House, where it's just I ordered it based on the cover. That looks weird.
Yeah, it
There's
looks
a clown
interesting,
and there's
yeah.
something else, and I ordered like Korn
got
self-titled, System of a Down self-titled. Like I got
Sure.
all these awesome self-titled. That's the
It's
thing.
funny, a lot of same influences here.
Yes. Oh,
But
Cold
when-
Chamber and all these other ones.
Hot Topic was the original Hot Topic at the
Yes.
time. Not
Yeah,
this poppy story it is now.
Yeah, it wasn't for 14-year-olds.
People were scared to walk in that store.
It wasn't colorful. That's what
No,
it was.
dark.
It was
had a
not
gate.
colorful.
It was very
Every
not poppy.
fucking band shirt now is just colorful. It's like, yeah, I just took a fucking unicorn and jerked it off, and there's your fucking logo. It's colorful, and
Yeah.
it looks like shit. And
I
it's
love
colorful.
black and white.
Yes, I just love.
But what I was gonna
thoughts.
say is like, yeah, well, the whole point, like, dude, when that album came out, they had that DVD, and like, if you bought some shit at Hot Topic, you could get the VHS, which had like 2 music videos
yeah.
on it.
Oh yeah, I had the VHS.
And
I remember doing that.
I remember borrowing that, and like you said, like you questioned, like, is this too much for me?
Yes.
Like I put it in, and I literally was like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for watching this.
That was pretty much it. It was like a forbidden, taboo kind of thing.
Yep.
Like I know,
like this
it's
might as
bad,
well
I
be
know.
hardcore porn right here.
Yes, and it was. It was kind of in that way of just like I never heard lyrics like that. I never thought about things like that. But that's where, yeah, I grew up on Nine Inch Nails and Slipknot.
So
and,
did I. My dad
you
did too.
know,
Like that was the other thing. Like my dad had Closer. He had several Nine
Oh
Inch
yeah,
Nails
fuck
albums.
yeah. That's what I got from my aunt because my aunt was always kind of the cool chick. Oh, my aunt's like only a few years older and that kind of shit. Of oh well, you're introducing me right at that age. Like she might have been like 20 when I was kind of 12, so 8-year difference or some shit. But it's still that perfect age of oh, you're just getting done with it. She was getting done with Nine Inch Nails. Here you go. Oh, what's this? I just listen to it. Tell me what you think. Holy fuck, I love it.
Oh yeah.
That
Why
was
didn't you
it.
show me this sooner?
Yes. Oh yeah. But White Zombie was the first CD I ever bought. I remember it specifically. I used to. I mean, I've got a shit ton of CDs, but I got ones that I sold that. But the way I was with music, I could tell you where I got every CD. I could literally, I didn't have to write it down. I could just pick up a CD and tell you, okay, I ordered this one from Columbia. Oh, this one I was at Meyer at 1201 to get it when it first came out. Oh, this one, Slipknot, Iowa. I got my fucking.
Which I thought
Prices
was an
on the
under.
same
Like they
day,
had
and
some
then-
great. They had some good tunes on that album.
Oh, Iowa
And,
was
like-
so
like-
fucking thick. It was
Dude,
just such a beast of like, fuck you. I'm going to slit your throat and fuck the wound. I'm going to push my face in and feel the swoon. I want to dig inside, find a little bit of me. Like, it's just that, like, what the fuck?
I'm trying to think of the one that's like very atmospheric and it's like
Like the left beat.
something. My cage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's like yeah.
I don't know the words right now.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
it's the one that was on like the Resident Evil soundtrack. I'm pretty sure.
Was that one? Because I
Yeah,
know there was
I
one
don't-
on Apocalypse, which was
It was my something, but I don't remember the exact words. But
you
I know
all
exactly.
fucked and overrated. Dude,
Yeah.
that's-
Oh yeah, dude. Oh man, and the Heretic Anthem. If you're 5'5",
Dude, everyone dogged Subliminal Verses when it came out, and
Yeah.
I actually fucking loved it, dude.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I was like, "Wow, good for them going different."
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
because the first one was really, it was phenomenal. Obviously, the second one, like you said, was thick. It was very much atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of like run the risk of like, oh, sucking the corporate cock.
Well,
You
the
were just
thing
on
is-
Resident Evil.
A lot of the thing is they brought back material that they hadn't released, and that's what Iowa is. Iowa's actually their self-titled song called Slipknot. And if you get the Mate Feed Kill Repeat album of the original Slipknot without Corey Taylor, without Jim Root, without those people, it's like, holy shit, they took a lot of that original material, and that's what became Gently. That's what became the fucking Prosthetic song. That's what became Tattered and Torn, and all these other songs where it's like, I was that balls deep in the Slipknot of just like, okay, I got your shit that's unreleased. or they only had 2,000 copies of it and shit like that, where it's like, okay, and just to be that fucking balls deep into a band and to look up
Well,
all
that's
that
what
fucking,
happens when you
know.
fall in love with an artist, man. That's why content's so important.
Oh,
Because if you
man.
don't have content to sift through and be able to find
yeah.
those gems, then
But
you're
it's
like,
just- I had
eh.
to actually go to the store though. I had to go buy the Hit Parade or in the Circus magazines, and I would cover my room and all Slipknot posters, all this, all that. But it's that feeling of we're losing that because it's so easy.
The Rock wasn't a movie
kinda-
star yet,
Yeah. Oh God, dude. The only Rock I knew was
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
right? Or if you smell
Yeah, exactly.
what he was cooking,
Oh,
because
man.
God damn it, if WWE was still WWF was still WWF at the time, this is like when that shit went down as well, man. Like for me, when I'm listening to that music, like I'm thinking like MTV released the Return of Rock album,
Yeah.
which had a huge like really brought in a lot of influence to me because I was just I was finally exploring music. Like a lot of people are like, "How do you call yourself a Metallica fan when the first album you ever heard was Black?" And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
"Fuck you, motherfucker."
like I
That's
hear
how
when
I
I
got
hear it,
introduced
yeah.
to it. And when I got introduced to it, I loved every motherfucking song on that album. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, this is all amazing."
Oh yeah.
And then I heard everything else he did, and I felt the same way. And I'm like, I've never heard a band that's so consistent playing just badass shit. And when people tell me they sell it, I'm like, yeah, they're fucking seats.
Oh yeah, and that's what people hated. They didn't like the shift of like speed metal to like more ballads and shit like that.
I mean, trust
which I
me,
can
when Some Kind of
understand,
Monster
but-
came out, I kind of get it. Like, fuck that.
Oh,
but
Some
when
Kind
Death
of-
Magnetic
oh
came
my
out, they
God.
redeemed themselves.
Yes, but that's to me. I try not to be too big of a dickhead, but it's almost a business strategy of like, you guys put out Saint Anger, the fuck. What the fuck?
Yeah, Some Kind of Monster. I'm sorry, that is that album.
Some Kind of Monster is a documentary
Same,
about
yeah,
that, pretty
yep.
much. And the Saint
Saint
Anger
Anger.
is just a garbage pile of shit,
Horrible.
and it's horrible. And it's not one guitar solo. So it's like you completely took away every essence of Metallica and seen what you could do with it. And
Yeah, but you know what's
shit.
great about that is it's like that's like
It was a good album,
but it's also shows you the blowback of how we create.
That's what I mean.
Because like look at what they were going through when that documentary's going. You have the pressure to perform because you're on film for one. Two, you're going through like this therapy session. Three, your fucking bassist just left.
Yep.
What? And you guys are figuring about, you're dealing with your own struggles and families and shit.
It was the worst time to
Napster,
make an
motherfucker.
album.
Which people want to get down on Napster, but you know what? Someone had to come out and do it.
I think
the truth is these are the things that needed to happen.
I'm just having the epiphany that they probably shouldn't have done it though.
They shouldn't have.
They probably
But
should have
that's
just
also what's
waited.
good. You wouldn't have had.
Yes, they
you
wouldn't.
wouldn't have had Death Magnetic.
Yes.
Without Saint Anger.
That's it,
They
but-
had to flop it.
What I was saying
You're
about
like,
Death Magnetic
shit.
though is that I don't know if they're, I don't know, I don't mean to be too judgmental about Metallica, but because I've seen them, I went to the Death Magnetic tour and it was fucking amazing, but it's because they're playing everything else. They're not just playing Death
Because-
Magnetic.
right.
But it's like, it's a business strategy where, you're going to go back to that shit. So now you come up with a speed thrash metal album. Did you really want to make that? I don't know. Are you doing it just
Well, I
pure
think
business decision? Like, I don't know. Like, that's where I
think they had too much influence. Think about it. They're going through therapy right there.
Oh, yeah,
Like, and
that's
that's happening
exactly
on
it.
camera.
But then to
plus
me,
you
it'd be
have the
like-
new Rick Rubin, who's like, we're gonna totally reinvent it. So like, you
yeah.
already have this pressure of reinventing it. They're talking about dropping solos. They're basically talking about trying to tie Metallica's hands behind their back. And if you're looking at it as an experiment, okay, it was fun, but it sucked.
Yes.
All right.
It
But
was a dumb idea.
Yep. But
It would've been-
you still made a bunch of money. You
But
made
they
a
got-
badass. You made a documentary that people wanted to see. You did make an album that people bought, and love it or hate it, they fucking did what they
insane.
did. But then they
Yes.
created Death Magnetic, which I feel is a fantastic album.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
it
a
is.
great album.
I was gonna say that's the only reason I am so critical of it, of where it's like it was just a business approach. That's it. You just business approached it, and you know what they need to have. You know that they want
but
speedy, fasty Metallica. That's what
Not
they
just
want.
Speedy Fasty.
But that's what Death
Speedy
Mag-
Fasty's one thing.
That's what Death
But when you're
Magnetic
playing a
was.
fucking 8-minute song,
I liked
that is
Load.
non.
I liked Load, and
Sure.
people hated Load, and I liked
I
Load.
did
but
too.
that's when I came into Metallica. Then I went back to the Black, and then I went to Ride the Lightning, and I was like, holy fuck. And then I even listened to Ride the Lightning, and I was like, that's almost too much for me. Where I had the feeling of like I didn't like everything Metallica did, but I liked them on the Black.
You're
I
right.
liked the
You know,
Load.
it's true.
Where I went back and I was
I'm
just
actually
kinda
not like a like.
where I went to the speed metal, there was one or two songs that I liked, but it was like Ride the Lightning, literally that
And
self-titled
Justice
track.
for
and
All is
then-
like my fave.
Yes, and that was on, And then
Orion,
even-
when he's not even
Oh
singing.
yeah, and Kill 'Em All and shit. Kill 'Em All was cool, but it was like, there's so many. I like the more old once they cut their hair. Unfortunately, even though people are so against that, they're like, "Oh, that's when I left Metallica." And I
Sure.
didn't-
Well, everyone's
but-
because here's the thing.
come into it
They
at
are a
different
transcendent
times.
band.
Yes, that's it. They transcend all generations. There's fucking 8-year-olds right now listening to Metallica, and 80-year-olds listening to Metallica.
Sure.
Right now, I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Don't even have to say.
And they're still they released a new album not too long ago.
Yes, and they have played on every single continent. Nowadays, though, I see it as a business approach that they're just out there setting records and doing this and doing that. Where it's not that I don't respect them, it's just that I would rather be giving my time and attention to artists who haven't had the glory.
Right. So you wanna
and
know
who-
what I say?
I want to see more people that are up and coming compared to I've seen Metallica.
Yeah, but when has like ultimately for me, it's been. I'm trying to think of the last band that has been like the band that you're like, ooh, I got to go out and get that fucking album.
Yes.
Like, dude,
That's- yeah,
seriously,
be
that
honest,
shit
yeah.
does not happen.
I
The
don't
last
buy
time that it
albums.
happened for me, like literally,
And I'm a musician.
I know, 2008. So like I used to DJ, right? I literally have not upgraded any music since 2008. I bought one album. I ended up buying 21st Century or a 21st Century Stoner.
I bought my own
21 Pilots. I bought 21 Pilots Blurry Face because Damon ended up singing a fucking song that I thought was badass. And he's like, oh, that's 21 Pilots. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'm going to have to fucking go get that album. And then right after I bought that album, all of a sudden they blew up with, doing the song for Suicide Squad and all that shit.
I like their jumpsuit song. That one really hit me. Just the jumpsuit, and it kind of seemed to be more about like, egotistical shit. You got to almost hold me up in the air and choke me out to get my attention anymore. And just that kind of similar relating. They're a really good band, and I didn't know they were just a two-piece.
Right, and that's the
It's
other
like,
thing.
oh my god, okay.
Yeah,
They're a
man.
band to pay attention to.
So another two-piece that I really, really enjoy, and people give me shit because they're like, oh, they're so simple, anyone can do that. And I'm like, then why aren't you doing it? You know,
Who is
like,
it?
She Wants Revenge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really dig
My
those
girlfriend's
guys.
really fucking into them.
Their first album.
Oh yeah,
was
amazing. My
Second
girlfriend
album,
introduced me to
all
that
right.
band. Oh yeah,
Third
but the
album,
first-
okay. What are you doing?
Yes,
You know?
because she even feels the same exact way. She loves the first one. She's like, don't really listen to the second one much. Third one, don't even. And then
Third one's fun for once in a while, but
know,
it's a different
that
thing.
first one though, it's just the intro, the whole fucking beginning track, the whole
Yeah, Red Flags and Long Nights.
Yes, it just gets you fucking. That's exactly
Red
what I was.
Flags and
Oh, yeah.
Long
That's
Nights.
where I
And
could go-
she can tell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's me
It's
too.
not
That
my
is
fault.
my anthem.
It's not my fault. It's just my style.
style.
That's my favorite line.
Beginning with a look and then a smile.
Yes, but that's exactly. I related to that. When the first time I heard it, I was like, "Ooh, I'm writing that one down."
You can rent the space inside my
My
mind,
yes.
at least until the price becomes too high.
Oh yes, and I
And
love
that's
the-
fucking great.
Yes.
Mind as real estate.
Yes. Oh, it is. It completely is because where else do you live? But in
That's
your
what I loved
mind.
about them is it was just they're clever.
Yes, exactly.
Even like when I'm hearing these things and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And, then
And-
it's like it's cold out, butter popsicle
And
melts.
that's
She's in the
why
bathroom and
it
pleasures
can be
herself.
monotone. That's
What?
why it can be monotone. He is a very monotone singer, but it makes up for all the cleverness is what's getting you to fire. That cleverness is ching 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 compared to, and you're just listening to that. Oh no 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 no. You're like, yeah, he can be monotone as fuck. Same thing with Rammstein sometimes.
Yep,
where it is
where they
that
did, but they have
instrument.
like cutting with the guitar.
Oh, dude. And they just came out with a new video. Their new video is actually getting some controversy because they're like making light of the Holocaust or some shit. But it's really good. You love it as a film, fucking guy. I mean, it's like a 9-minute film, short film by some people. And it's definitely worth the fucking check out.
Joaquin Phoenix actually directed their lead song off
Oh, okay.
off of She Wants Revenge's album, which was
Oh, yeah.
Tear You Apart.
Yep.
You fucking did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting too.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fucking Joaquin
Joaquin
Phoenix.
Phoenix. He's a good
directed that. And that was like in the midst of his like bizarro stage.
Oh, yeah. But I just watched a thing about that was kind of a fake.
For that
a
movie.
mockumentary. It was completely
He was doing that movie.
being an artist within an artist.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And that's
And look, it's art.
That's it. But oh man, that'd be a good conversation to have. Art. Do you believe in art? Do I believe in art?
No.
I don't believe in art.
Nope. I believe in creation and destruction. And I think somewhere in the middle is what is art.
But then energy can't be created or destroyed. So we're just transforming, and we're transformers.
No. But it's we may be, but what we're witnessing or what we would consider as art, like when you're looking at it from an object, like whether it's digital media, whether it's a print, like let's just say we're in a gallery and we're looking at fucking paintings. You know, it's all subjective and it's just whatever ends up on the canvas.
It's all
man.
made up, and it's all who's got the name behind it. It's all bullshit. You know, like my kid drawing a painting or something could be better than the Mona
Drawing
Lisa.
a painting, that would be pretty
Yes.
spectacular,
Oh, yes.
though.
Drawing a
because if you
painting.
draw a paint,
Yes.
that's pretty fucking cool.
Drawing blood, drawing
You're like, look,
paint.
dude,
Like-
look, dude. They're like, bro, did he paint this? And you're like, no, he drew it.
Yes.
Dude,
how naive I
this
am.
is like $3 million right here. Let's put this
Yeah.
up for auction.
Can I draw on it?
Whose cock do you have to suck
Yeah.
though to be able to get that bitch up on
Well-
auction? Oh, let's put a preconceived value on this art here. Let's
Yes.
this
Did you see the Banksy stunt? Did you see or have you heard
yeah,
of Banksy?
oh, absolutely.
Oh, dude.
So
and
my
that
friend has
fucking
that tattoo for one, and then two, when that happened, it was like,
that was the best.
yeah, dude,
It's the best, hands down.
genius.
Genius, brilliant.
But you know, the
artist.
thing is that was probably all set up.
Well, that's it. Well, yeah.
The
it could-
whole thing is a charade. It is.
it
We
coulda-
just
yep.
totally got fucking David Blaine, bro.
Oh yeah, where he already knows the people that own the gallery. He already knows the people that are going to be
That's all,
hosting,
like,
or you
because
you know.
it adds more value, dude. All that is it's who's in back pockets of who when it
Yes.
comes to prestigious art.
Yeah, it's almost like
Look at that
undermining,
Adam
you
fucking what's his name?
know,
Adam ruins everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
that
know what his
guy.
last name is? Conover.
Yeah, exactly.
fucking great is
yeah.
that?
Oh, what a fucking universe! Just saying, yep, there you go. If it's not, if I didn't make it blatant enough for you, I don't know.
Right. This is what you're meant to be doing.
Yes, conning over everybody.
Busting over these
Well,
cons.
there's a kid named Connor that I know, and he's just a conner, literally. Con me into thinking he was, I thought he was telling the truth. It's like, no, you're just conning me, Connor. I understand now.
Chipman. What's that? He likes chips.
Yeah,
I
man.
do like nachos, man.
Yeah, he'll chip you.
Did you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about doing these fucking trips, but looking up food contests.
Oh, yeah.
Like seeing where like if there's like 2 or 3 man challenges,
Yeah,
or 4 man challenges, where we have to
anything.
and it's like, all right, we're gonna throw down on 5 pounds of nachos and try to finish it in 55 minutes,
Here, eat this fucking 36-inch pizza.
and then we're gonna
fucking-
drive home.
Yeah, and puke the whole fucking way. Like, that's the whole content right there. It's like, okay, how many
content.
times did you
And then your
puke?
blog is the
puke
recovery.
counter. Yes, that's it. Puke counter and pill counter, and like, how many did I take of what, and what am I fucking
What
doing?
I also thought would be funny is like, however it inspires Damon, or even if it's just because like I think he's also a very good mix of us, but he's a little he's younger than us, and but he's a lot of action. Like it's funny. Like,
How old is he?
So he's 29.
Okay, yeah, barely,
Yeah. So but he's but he's just he's like
Like, I guess what?
if he was a car part, he would be a gas pedal.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. It's like, so what do you do? He's like, well, I'm needed. I am needed.
Yeah, he's like, you're the gas I need.
You
'cause
do need me.
When you're like, I have ideas, and he's like, oh shit, like he's already doing this, and you're like, you're being all subjective, like this isn't what I want to do. But if you just let go, you're like, I'm getting some good shit here. I'm getting
That's it. Oh, yeah. To not analyze and just go. Action. Now. Okay.
And then sometimes he's a little bitch too.
Everybody is. I'm a little bitch sometimes.
Aren't
But
we all?
Usually my bitchiness comes from people being bitchy, though. Where I'm like, man, you guys are bitching too much. Let's just shut the fuck up and get it done.
Get it done.
Where I feel it's always band practice. Anytime I'm referring to that shit, it's always the old band practices. I went through hundreds and fucking thousands of practices where you're just like, okay, man, like, let's get to practicing. Let's do the thing.
Yeah, we're
Let's
gonna
not just
bullshit this whole
Let's not
time,
drink.
or,
Like,
yeah.
that's it. A lot of people just
We're
come
not
together
getting
to-
better by not playing the songs. So
Well, it's like I would have been better off podcasting back then. To be honest, like I would have had so much good content recorded if I would have been podcasting that whole fucking time while I lived in a house with a band of just having party after party every fucking night for a year straight in Owasso. Just that's what we did, and not once were the cops
I
called.
know exactly
It was-
if I had a time machine what I would do.
Yeah, I'd record everything.
No, I know I would like if I had a time machine. I mean, there's only a few small changes that I would have to make.
Mm-hmm.
I would like first off be like that stupid online bookstore, invest $1,000 in it in graduation.
Oh, completely.
And then
that's all it would take. Those if you
That's
change
all
one
that
thing,
would
just
take.
Invest one thing.
But then I'd also, dude, I'd have to be like trying to figure out how to drop hints on like how I did not pick up on YouTube right away.
Yeah.
Like YouTube, like I was trying to start a public access TV show and YouTube, like what the fuck?
You can broadcast YouTube. Like anyone can start anything, and it's like we were talking.
When did YouTube come out? What year was that?
I think it was 04, 05, might have been 02. I'm not quite sure. YouTube, blah, 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 came out.
February 14th, 2005. So
Yep.
I was working, I was living in
Like a Valentine's Day.
Saginaw at the time.
Yeah, I was in my last year of high school.
Bullshit. God damn it, man. So like 2007, I guess that's where I was becoming more aware, but like it wasn't really a big thing.
No, it wasn't
All I
nearly.
remember is like I was still on MySpace because MySpace was cool because you were like you got to code it and make it your own.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was learning that, and I wasn't really worried about YouTube because it was like people are coming here to MySpace.
Oh, yeah, YouTube was mainly for games in the beginning, and that's why PewDiePie is #1, because it was basically like, oh, there's a thing called YouTube where we can upload our videos. Oh, cool. And then, well, I'm going to upload myself playing video games because I'm sure people want to watch me because they can't come over. And then it started that, and that's why he's up to like 93 million right now. He's in a
Sure,
big.
makes sense.
It's insane. PewDiePie,
I remember like when I played with my older brothers, you know.
Do you ever watch PewDiePie?
No, I've never, not once.
That's what made me want to get on YouTube.
Wow.
Is I tripped on acid and watched PewDiePie, and I watched a bunch of his videos, and it's like he doesn't take it serious. That's the best part. None of it is serious. He'll get serious once in a while if he's getting, called out on shit. The media is fucking getting on him, but it's nothing is serious, and he's covering memes, he's covering what's going on, he does this stupid fake fucking news shit of, oh, I'm Gloria Bulgar, blah blah blah, but it's about entertaining so-called 9-year-olds, and that's where the future is that it's always entertaining the younger generation, unfortunately. Even like George Carlin, where he was 30 and he was entertaining these 40-year-old people, and he was doing the whole bow tie and this and that, but then he realized, well, what the fuck am I doing? I need to be entertaining these 20-year-old people.
Right.
So he had to kind of not dumb himself down, but just know that, well, you can talk about hippy dippy shit. Yeah, I'm hippy dippy weatherman, man. Tomorrow's partly sunny with a chance of clouds. Yeah, man. You know, and just, okay, stupid shit compared to trying to do this. Oh, I want to impress the older crowd because they've got the money. It's like, well, yeah, they got the money.
I'm trying to impress who I look up to.
They don't have the ideas. They don't have the fucking ideas. They're not going to be the ones running the future. So you might want to influence the people that are going to run the fucking future. Because that's where I get ideas of like, well, yeah, start a motivational Monday or start this or that word.
Motivational Monday.
It could be almost tips that I think to give my kids. Like that could be that simple. Like, well, what would you want to, in video format, tell your children? Pretend you're going to die. Pretend I'm never going to see my kids. Pretend you're going to die, and all the wisdom you have needs to be shared through a video format. So then it's there for them when they want to have fucking access.
You've been talking about wanting to do different characters. I think what you should do is you should pick your topic and then have all of your different characters discuss them.
Yes, and that's pretty much the episode show. Oh my god, because it's the fucking, oh yeah, my name's Nick and I'm fucking bisexual, but I'm not gay, and fuck you. And it's like, okay, Nick, well, thanks. What about you, Jimmy?
Well, like, I got a bad dick, and my mom, she still like jerks me off and stuff, but it's okay.
Like, oh, okay, Jimmy. Well, that doesn't sound good. What about you, Marcus? What have you been up to?
Well, I mean, like, my pussy's just really wet and stuff. But, I'm a tranny, and, like, I just, I just didn't want to get rid of my dick, though, because I'm going into business, and, I kind of got to be an asshole, so I kept that, too, and... yeah, I just want to play with my pussy. It's like,
okay, Marcus, thanks. Thanks for
Welcome
that.
to the Bill Burr Sexual X Show.
Yeah, and then, that's it. It gets very explicit, very
Bill
quick.
Burr. I meant Bill Murr.
Oh, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Say Bill Burr? That's wrong.
Well,
Bill
I just fucking listened to his
I love Bill Burr,
podcast
too.
today, actually. I was going to send that one to you as well, because I send you shit as an example of nothing, really. It's just that example, and it's really, I have no ideas behind it. It's more of like, well, here's what this person's doing. Look at what people are willing to consume. They're willing to consume Bill Burr sitting in a fucking room just talking for an hour. And it's like, okay, and he does some ads, but he doesn't do anything fancy.
Welcome to the Monday Morning Podcast. How are ya?
Every fucking time. How are you? It's like, oh my God, dude. He's so funny. This last one was fucking hilarious. Talking about going to the zoo with his daughter. No, he's talking about going to see the Dumbo movie, which was done by Tim Burton. And he's talking about how when he finally got there, getting halfway into the movie, then he's realizing it's not really a kid's movie. Like, it's a Tim Burton movie. And then he had that fucking feeling of, oh, parent. No other fucking parent in there had their kid with them. Nobody else had kids with them, I should say. So he talked all about that shit. It's just like, man. Good old Bill Burr.
I mean,
It's just the personality people
that's also his podcast. So, like, that's just a video version of his podcast. So,
yes.
video is sacrificial at that point.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't matter so much. Like, I was even thinking about that. Like, trying to figure out how to do a live feed with one of my cams.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even if you did the fucking one facing you, one here facing me, where you're getting the side profile from, it's just. But you want it to be fancy. See, I wouldn't want it to be fancy. I would just want it to be done. And then, okay, I can set my phone up here. Like, I've even thought about doing podcasts with, like, my buddy Marcus, where it's just, I'll record with my phone, you record with your phone. Or I have earbuds in, you have earbuds in. Or we go sit in my fucking car where it's already soundproof and just hang a fucking pair of my headphones from the goddamn mirror, and it still gets the like, it's just,
I will agree with you on, like,
to a certain degree, yeah.
1 to 2 bits when it comes to quality and the illusion of what we feel we need to consume content and quality. But when it comes to, you have to have decent audio.
Yes. Oh yeah. It needs to be.
Regardless. Like, listening to this, like, it's funny. So, like, I just did this conversation with Chad, did this podcast. He comes in here and he starts talking on the mic, and he's like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, hey, put on the headphones. He's like, oh, I got to put these on, like, kind of like.
Oh yeah, just already giving you shit.
And then, like, then he throws them on, and he's like, I can't hear me, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't have it on yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I click it on, and it's like, he's like, oh, Oh.
Oh, I like hearing myself inside.
Oh
of
my God,
head.
wait.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It sounds like this sounds like the radio.
Yes, that's it.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, so he starts talking. I'm like, wait. And I play the intro. And then he's like,
It's like, oh,
he's like, well, shit. He's like, that got me pumped up.
You like actually have a real podcast. It's like, yeah, I fucking do. Sorry, I don't know what else. I don't know what you expected, but you expected something.
Well, I try not to. I don't want him to expect anything.
That's what I mean.
I want him
But
to
I'm
sit
just-
down and be able to talk.
I say it in a joking way that, well, what'd he expect?
I'm like,
we were
what the
talking
fuck are we
earlier,
gonna
like,
do? Like, we hang out. Like, it's like he's like, I'm like, so what are we gonna talk about? He's like, I was trying to think of some topics or whatever.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, no, don't even worry
Just
about it. I said,
over
we're just
it.
doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we're talking.
Yes,
That's what the
it's
podcast
gonna
is.
bounce. It's got to have an ebb and flow.
gonna go
has
wherever it goes.
Yes, it might drop off. It might do this. Who the fuck
He's
knows?
like, what's that? I was like, what's the name of this, buddy?
yeah.
It's called Finding Lost. We're just gonna just go find lost in conversation, man. What
Or
do you-
find ourselves lost and then come back and then you.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's all a fucking infinite sign, anyways. It all comes back, and that's how I feel about it.
Thoughts about things at random times.
Well, like if life is a wave, it's really, I like the infinite sign because it is like, it's a wave as well, but it's always a coming back too. And you're coming back to that center and that crossing of, oh, I might go out for a while, but then I'm going to scoop back in and come back. And then, oh, I might go out for a while, but I'm going to scoop back in. You know, that's
The
my
pendulum
metaphor.
swing. The
Yes,
pendulum swings, man.
That's exactly it. It never stops. Even if you think you have a day off, there's no fucking days off. I don't ever take a day off from Elmer. So
Dude,
if you have a day off, please tell me where I can get this
Oh my
fucking
god!
day off.
I'm like totally been.
You know.
I've been totally been debating like this
I've never
whole
had one.
philosophy that I've had when it comes to like thinking about like life. When what do you want? What is retirement to you? Retirement means you're no longer working. Okay, so what? And they're like, oh, just when I just want to go out and hang out on the beach. And I'm like, okay, what is your ultimate day? And they fucking paint their life story, and it's like, all right, then what?
Yep. And then
How many consecutive days can you do that?
Yes. And that's where I don't like having things planned because then it's all a mystery. And then if I live to be 55, well, I guess I might have to think about what I'm going to do then. But I don't care.
I think you lose your fucking mind if you are a worker, especially if you started your own business and then you retire from your own company.
Yeah.
You lose your fucking mind because that's what you fucking do.
That's why I tried to retire before I did anything almost.
Yeah, I think like the idea is
that's the experience I have of sitting in a
what
house
are you
for
going to
years.
work on if you can just picture what you want to work on, like, or what I've always told people too is like, just, okay, if you could, or even when you were younger, what did you gravitate towards when you were bored at home for 2 months or 3 weeks? What was your thing that you ended up doing? Was it, I ended up getting a fucking pad of paper out and I was drawing, or I was writing, or, I just like really wanted to do fucking math. I don't know, like I was outside exploring frogs and blowing them up.
That's the thing.
Like,
And it goes both ways where I have sympathy, but then I don't at the same time. For it's like, if you don't know what you want to do, well, I don't know what to fucking tell you. There's so much to do. But that's usually my excuse of there's so much to do that I don't know which one to choose. I don't know if I should choose comedy,
but the idea
choose
is like you have to think in a rational adult manner
what
of
makes
how
you-
is this going to support me?
What benefits me, though, that's how I feel about it. Not even support. It's, to me at least, it's the benefit. I want to benefit. I know I'm going to benefit from coming and seeing you. So I'm more willing to come and see you. I know I'm going to benefit, whether it's even just to get my fucking name out there and to use you and exploit that. It doesn't matter.
You
It's
expletive fuck.
But I'm just saying, like, the reality of it is that I know it's going to benefit me, and having me on your podcast will hopefully benefit you, and hopefully you feel that way. So that's the exchange.
benefited.
But I'm just saying that's a transforming or transferring of energy and all that shit. We are creating things and we are destroying things, but we're just using the energy we were given and then transforming it into
I
something.
think we're just being
Here's
able to find a funnel for it.
Yes, but a lot of people can't, and I understand they can't, but it is that they're only lost in their head and they need to get out. Even if you do
Get out of their
jumping
own fucking
jacks,
way.
punch yourself in the face, stroke your dick or your pussy, do something that's physically stimulating to get you out of your brain. Step on an ice cube, something that's going to be stimulating to be like, oh wait, I should be here now. I shouldn't be anticipating a future that doesn't exist, and I shouldn't be regretting a past that I can't change. I should be here now.
How do you remain
and,
present?
Yes, touch things. Really, really feel you're
That's
in the
the thing,
chair.
like,
you are in the chair, and you're not even conscious of it unless you really think about it.
When you are present though, that runs another scary thing of like feelings.
Oh, you know,
Like
you're
feelings when
vulnerable.
you yes.
If you're completely
if
now-
you are present, then you are vulnerable, and your vulnerability. I mean, dude, that's the hardest, most humbling thing that you can display.
Yeah, because you're
But
opening up
that's not.
you're exposing yourself.
Right. That's not how society, American society. That's not. It's very hard to do that in the face of what American society is anymore.
Yes, because we want to judge. We want to rush to judgment so quickly. We rush to judgment, but we want to put you in a box immediately. I don't want to just let you float and be Dan and be this guy who might have a problem or be successful or up or down or whatever. I want to immediately see Dan and throw him in a box. Oh, you got a beard, so boom, you're in a beard box. Boom, you're in a podcast box. You're in the box, and people want to do that.
You're in the box, dude. Well, we're all going to be in a fucking box, and I think that's the point. So what are you going to do before you get there?
That's it. Or what I'm saying about create your own fucking brand, so then when you are in your box, well, you've already started 30 years before everybody else, and you knew that your whole house was going to be an entertainment room. It's not about a living room anymore. It's literally you will walk in your fucking house and it will be all automated to you and all set up for you and yours and blah blah blah, and everyone will have their own little cocoon within your beehive. But
and if you walk in there without those special fucking contact lenses or whatever, you're gonna be like, why is everything white?
Yes, why is it all boring?
It's just gonna be boring and gray.
Yes, we won't need anything but a green screen. Everything will be a green screen and virtual technology, this, that, and the other. Yes, there's physical food still, but you'll take a pill, you'll do this. Oh, I got a pill that can feed me everything I need. Don't even have to waste my time eating. I don't want to fucking eat anymore. I have bad teeth. I don't want to do this. I hate fucking food. But I got a body and I got to live in it, so I have to keep eating food. So that's where like things like me and my girlfriend are like, what do you want to eat? I don't care what I eat. I just know I have to eat, unfortunately. Yes, throw some McDonald's down in his gut, throw some veggies.
The moment you decide to start changing that thought right there,
yeah.
You're going to see monumental differences.
Once I see myself as a temple compared to
you don't even have to do that.
Well, to a certain degree.
All you have to be like is, I can say no to pop this time, or I'm just going to drink water for a month, or just do these small, stupid challenges.
Willpower. That's what. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
You have to do a small challenge.
I'm not willing to
just do it. No, look. Everyone's like, dude. When first time I went keto, first off, it's like people go nuts. But the thing is it's like, I didn't just do that. Like, I went through a low carb diet first. Like, I was trying things. I remember going to fucking Hooters and like eating a fucking plate, or I ordered a burger with fries, and then I also wanted a pretzel. So I ate this whole fucking pretzel that comes out, and then I ate this burger and I ate the fries. I ate fucking everything. And I got home, and then like I literally fell into a food coma.
Yes.
I was like, I feel really tired, and I'm watching a show, and next thing I know, it's like dark out, and it's like 3 hours later, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to my night? And I'm like, I'm a gluttonous fuck.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, I got to do something about this. I already had a couple talks with friends. I mean, it's already the precursor of 6 weeks that it takes for your brain to even start talking to yourself, where that seed gets planted of like, you should probably do this. Yeah, just like the gym. Last month, I fucking was like, I'm going to do this. I told myself and I told everyone on my fucking vlog, I'm going to be there. You know what I did? Failed horribly. Didn't go once. Didn't do a goddamn thing. I did not one fucking thing when it comes to working out.
Oh, man.
But I did a whole bunch of other shit. So I'm like, you know what? It's still progress.
Yeah.
So how can I, now that I did that, can I crank it up? I mean, I know I can. I fucking fasted for 3 days. I'm like starting to think about it. I'm like, I did that vlog, and I'm like, I didn't even make mention that I did this and I did that. And I'm like,
you didn't include the actual good shit after you walk. You're like, what the fuck? But
I did the fucking I did all this shit, and it's like, wow, I did a lot of shit this past month. Like, I started thinking about it, like, to do a recap of the last month that I've done.
Yes,
I'm almost running at full tilt, Dan.
Yeah, I enjoy
getting close to
I enjoy recap videos. I enjoy the monthly here, the weekly Rogans, just to recap things, just to get you refreshed. It's that refresher of like, yeah, you did watch my video, but here's a little refresh of remember my video, remember it a little bit, and then okay, here's the monthly refresh of you might have seen this already, but I almost included ones that you didn't see, you know, to really keep these ones special. But yeah, I'm going to show you things you haven't seen, but only in the recap.
Right, because it's a little more BTS or
Well, yeah.
whatever, a little bit situational around
Pretty
it.
much. Oh yeah, that's what I don't know. There's just a lot of channels I actually subscribe to that do that kind of shit. But
Well, it makes sense because you keep
yeah.
all your own shit relevant.
it's just the attention, and there's so many people like my friend Miles. He's doing really good right now with just being a meme master. He's just a meme master. He owns his own or does his own group thing, and he's got, you know, over 1,000 members or whatever it is, and it's just, you can see the popularity in his likes going up. You can see this and that, but it's because he's sharing fucking constantly. But it's because he's a millennial and he's younger than me, and he's not only got the energy, but I've got the energy to post. I just don't know what to fucking post all goddamn day, and I really don't have the energy, I guess, to do that kind of shit, or I'm not in the know like he is with all his younger friends, and they're all sitting around doing nothing.
The algorithm that I need and
You know
want
what
to
I mean?
figure out is the algorithm of posting.
Yes.
Like, what do I have to post on for it to get to all these platforms, and what do I have to post on to make it unique to these platforms?
Yep.
What is my audience viewing on each one of these platforms? And then I start thinking about it, and I'm like, no, fuck that. I just want to be some, like, motherfucking, I just want to be a nomad wandering around the motherfucking country with my goddamn cameras, shooting some cool shit, doing me, trying to be positive and, like, inspire others. That's like it.
It's kind
Do
of
that.
It always leads me back to the no expectations, because that's literally how I started Elmer's World, of no expectations. I didn't think I was going to do a podcast. I didn't think I was going to do funny videos. I didn't think I was going to do anything. I'm just like, I want to do YouTube. That's it. What the fuck am I going to do? Well, I'll call it Elmer's World because that's vague, and then anything I post on that channel, it'll all be covered under Elmer's World. But I haven't had any expectations.
Yeah, I want to hear people like, what does Dan do?
know.
I don't know. He drives around in a van. Yeah, okay, sure. But how does he support himself?
Oh, yes.
Well, what does he do? I don't know. You just have to tune in.
Yeah.
Because I don't know either, motherfucker.
If you
You're
wanted-
watching it unfold.
If they asked me that personally, like on YouTube, if somebody asked me that, I might make a video and, you know, here you go. This is where I get my money. My girlfriend pays for everything, and I'm taken care of because I'm a stay-at-home dad, and blah, blah, blah. And I did work, but whatever the fuck. And then at the same time, those are the kind of questions I don't give a fuck about. I'm really like, well, what'd you create next? What's next? What's your next thing? You got anything more? Cause is it funnier? Is it greater? Is it like more? Is there more? Like, I'm just that dumbass consumer. I want more.
I like how I try to be so positive, and yet fuck is like every other fucking word out of my
but
mouth. Especially when I'm drinking. That's like I feel like it's just like
just
I
honest.
start rambling. Like
Yeah.
once we get into about an hour deep, sometimes it get really
yes.
good. Sometimes I feel like I do get sloppy. And
I get
start
it.
fuck fact
Yes. Oh,
fact
yeah.
fact
Oh,
fact.
yeah. Fracking.
It's just what I do.
I like to warm up. That's what I've noticed about me videotaping myself lately, or doing videos, is that I've almost been trying to do 20-minute videos, but then cutting out the first 10 minutes because I really don't get my groove until about the 10-minute, 15-minute mark. If I'm talking monologue style, it's got to be almost like a fucking actual comedy special, though. Or if I'm trying to do something long, it is like, man, I do need the first 10 or 15 to really get into what I'm really doing. And then after that, I'm like, oh, it's better. It's more, just more congruent with what the fuck I actually want to actually express. But it is that warm-up time. Same, that's why I like podcasts. I love the Joe Rogan shit, because he'll go for fucking hours. And yeah, the first part might have been the best part, and then it dies down, and then you come back into it and it's great again. Or it's been fucking shit since the beginning, and then you come in at the hour mark and all of a sudden they're talking about the fucking best thing and you can relate to it and yada yada. It's like, I just like listening to people
So
talk.
besides loving to hear yourself talk, what do you think of our podcasts?
Oh yeah,
On your phone.
oh yeah, yeah.
What do you think of our
The last one,
our
you were-
bootleg podcast?
You were more drunk last time. I noticed that, where you were more drunk than I was, and it was that feeling of like, oh, okay, you know, where it wasn't bad, it was just I could tell. Okay, you're more sloshed than I was. You've probably been drinking a little bit before I got here. Other than that,
I drank like fucking I realized
what
how
I
much
mean?
I drank, and then I realized also how much I didn't eat
yes,
too. Like, that was the other
oh
thing that
yeah,
was going
I remember
on.
that one too. Of like, oh, I
I
haven't
didn't have
really
that much
eaten all
to
day,
eat,
and then
I'm like drinking I drank like 3 or 4 whiskeys. Like I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah, this is water.
that was about my only observation. Other than that, I was like, yeah, this one turned out better than the last one, and then it'll go from there. I'm
Oh,
sure.
drunker Dan's better. I see what you're saying.
Well, not even drunker Dan. It was just
I thought they were both pretty good. I have actually
yeah.
listened to them all now.
Oh, yeah.
Like all of the podcasts that I actually have recorded. Like that's why I dug out a couple and I was like,
oh yeah.
these are some. This is,
You get to rediscover your own stuff.
yeah.
Just the rediscovering, and like, oh, that's right. Oh, okay.
I am creative.
That's,
Shit.
that's where I wish I had more time, because there's a lot of like, even like I was doing the voices earlier, whatever, like the episode shit I do. It's like, when I do that, there's so many good little snippets that I'm just like, man, I need to go back and cut those all out and make them clips and have a clips channel.
So
and
much
blah, blah,
fucking
blah.
work.
That's exactly it. That's where if you had a whole fucking team of people, and if it was so organized, of Dan makes a video, we upload it here, we do this, but then you're going to do this, and then you will do that.
Like when I do things with
I
people
hate-
and I create videos and do things like that,
Uh-huh.
I don't think they know how much really goes into it.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's all I'm learning is like, because the video shit is all new to me. But what got me into it is that, well, I want to make my own I Did Not Die, like the fucking thing I was telling you about where I recorded myself, played all the parts and shit. That's what got me into video. But then I realized how much easier music was. Like just recording music, I'm like, well, fuck, dude. Doing this video shit where I had to record myself, get the mic set up, get this, time it perfectly, go back and edit it, line it up, and just doing that little bit, I was like, and that wasn't even cutting shit. That was exhausting, and it was all me doing it by myself, setting everything up, and then going back to music. I'm like, dude. So it's like challenging myself made me realize how much easier the other shit I thought was hard was actually easy. Like to record a song right now, I could record you a fucking song in half an hour and have it done. Just be done with it, because it's like, oh, boop, bass line. Yep, record that, put that on repeat, cut, copy, paste. Okay, guitar rhythm, boom, boom, boom. Okay, 3 minutes to do that. Okay, done. Let's get a lead. Yep, that sounds pretty cool. And now here you go, add some drums and vocals, and yeah, done. And it's just, I was producing music on the fucking daily of just one song a day, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, that's where the music's a temptation to go back into, because I could just fucking produce
Well, I find that like as a creative, like most creatives have many different mediums. Like
yes, you're getting pulled from so many
it's very
directions.
unique where you find like one artist who's like, this is my medium.
Yeah,
It speaks
I
to
play
me.
guitar. That's it. I wish it was only one thing. Like
And
I'm
like, that's
jealous
the
of people
thing,
like that.
people,
to a certain degree.
maybe we're only jealous because they decided to drop all the bullshit and just focus on one. But I can't, because the truth is I love the process too fucking much.
I love being as crazy as I am.
Well,
I do.
but like that's the thing I've noticed is it
But I
goes in
really-
circles. Everything goes in circles, and it's like every like couple of years, like this wave comes through. The circle passes where it's like I'm really into fucking drawing. Then the next one comes through. I'm really into wanting to make movies.
Oh, yeah.
And the next one's I'm really into wanting to just make music, and it's like it just kind of jumps through this 3-year cycle.
Oh,
What
yeah.
cracks me up is Facebook memories. When
Yes.
all of a
Oh,
sudden, like
Jesus.
it's like you assess your own mental health,
Yeah.
because it's in this weird way, like because you look at your memories and like all of a sudden you're like, I'm about ready to post some shit about how I'm feeling today, and you're like looking at your memories and it's like, wow, apparently I felt the same exact fucking way 3 years ago,
Yep.
6 years ago, 9 years ago. Why is it every 3 years?
Or here's
this-
how it changed, and here's how it did.
What's going on with my mental
Oh yeah.
or is it like, do we all do that? Do people just
Oh, yeah,
run on
mine-
different frequencies? It's like some people do it in over 5 years. Some people do it every year. Some people do it every 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's where I say it's a long game. Just from the most successful people, the number 2 most richest man, Warren Buffett, or at one time he was, it's all about longevity. He doesn't give a fuck about buying a company and investing. Here's $100,000 so I can make 500 million in a year. No, here's $25 into this, into Coke, when it was really like he started so small and so just, it builds up. And you see a company, you see Coca-Cola. He invested in McDonald's and Coca-Cola and just knew these companies aren't fucking going anywhere. And I know they're not going to just blow up overnight, but I'm going to keep investing, keep investing, keep investing, keep investing. That's how I see the YouTube of like, even if it's just YouTube in general or my channel, I'm going to just keep investing, keep investing, keep investing. I don't give a fuck what it really is. I will eventually, I will narrow it down. I know I will. It's almost a natural born process that's going to happen whether Elmer wants it to or not. Elmer, what's going to happen to him is he's going to shift no matter what, like you're saying. But I don't look at it as like I control it anymore. I just see it as like I'm just along for the fucking ride, and I'm just grateful I get to be this cool motherfucker. Like that's really it. And it's not such an egotistical thing, but it is a self-love, and I want what I have for me for everyone else. I want everyone to love themselves as much as I fucking love myself. But it's only because I know I'm not only Elmer. I know I'm the love and the unconditional shit. I know I'm part of everything, the real me, the real self. And it can get kind of confusing having to say it through a fucking ego. But that's how I feel, and that's how I know it. You can't fucking convince me otherwise. You can't convince me I'm really alive. You can't convince me of anything other than we should probably take another shot, or we should go get a burger, or yeah, let's smoke that weed, let's smoke a cigarette. Other than that, there's no convincing me of any belief system, and I don't really want to do that to other people, but I do want to share my love with them, and the fucking love I have for myself, or just the love of knowledge, the love of intelligence, the love of experience, the love of other people's shit, because that's all I'm doing is I'm a repeated fucking, I have crammed so much goddamn shit into this brain that that's all I'm doing. I'm just giving it my own little spice, but it's all been programmed by somebody else. Somebody else wrote the programming. It's George Carlin, Bill Hicks, all the spiritual people, Alan Watts, all that. I'm just a big compilation of all that shit, and that's what everybody is. But then once you do live long enough, I think that's kind of the process of building yourself. Well, you're going to be older, wiser, more experienced. That's why a 50-year-old dude knows himself better than us. He will not co-sign your bullshit. He is not going to back down to anybody compared to us, where we're still in that like,
come on, Grandpa.
Yeah. Oh man, they're just ruthless. I love older people though, because a lot of them know that time is important, so they actually have the time to listen to you. Compared to people our age, they're not concerned with time. They're just concerned with getting their fucking fix on, and that's it. So they don't have time to actually sit and have a podcast conversation. That's why people are forcing themselves now with this podcasting. This is the way we're going to communicate in the future, because it's going to have to be a scheduled conversation.
I can decide when I want to listen to that conversation.
Yes. I'll download it and wait till later. I'll do this and whatever. Notify me later. And
I am so deprived of intellectual stimulating conversation that we're gonna not tune into the Finding Lost.
Oh, dude,
Dan and Elmer show. Or are
we? That's what makes them actually.
Now?
Yeah,
Who's
because I want to go fucking deep.
Who's listening an hour and 20 minutes?
Oh, dude, we are. That's it. But that's it. Like, I'll listen to this.
That's what I was gonna say. I wanted to know, so I have to listen to it on your iPhone.
Yeah.
What? Have you played it for your girlfriend?
Oh yeah. Yep.
What are the thoughts, man? What are the consensus?
She doesn't ever give me that much. She doesn't ever give me that much criticism about shit. She just she'll tell me if something's horrible, but she's just more like, yeah. He seems like
I played for a couple people. The first thing that people say are like, well, it sounds professional. Like they say that it sounds good.
Oh yeah, I like a one-on-one. That's what I've been noticing about, like, even from doing this with you and then fucking listening to other people's podcasts.
Where they try putting 4 people on,
or 3, even. Sometimes 3, and just the wrong people. And there's too much. There is way too many conversations to keep track of, or way too many just ping pong ping. It's not a ping pong. It's more ping 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 ping. And I'm like,
it's hard enough to follow when 2 people are just talking.
Yes, and trying not to talk over one another and blah, blah, blah. The 3 or 4, it's kind of unfucking doable. And, yeah. But it's, obviously, Joe does it here and there, but it's still, even then, the last one he had where it was like, I think it was fucking Joe, Eddie Bravo, Joey Diaz.
Were they doing like a fight companion or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. But they were, Brendan Schwab, I couldn't even fucking do it. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are
just blah, 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 blah,
yeah,
blah,
Brian
blah.
Callen. Like, oh my God. But it's still entertaining because they're just getting so fucking drunk and so fucking crazy.
Right.
Just like, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what I like, like as an artist, I have to be like, well, I'm going to tie my hand behind my back. I'm going to do these podcasts not sober.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's,
I'm going to progressively get drunk on whiskey.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know what sober
say what
is.
I say.
I haven't been. I'm sober.
I say what I say, I guess. Hopefully, none of it's incriminating.
Well, that's exactly it. I just like to know that it's all a grunt and a groan. Like, it's all made up. It's really all made up. I could be saying the same word. I could be saying the same thing. It could all mean love.
We all are anyway.
Well, that's it. And we formulated it, or they formulated it, the humans that came before us, and now, it's a language? Grunt, groan, bullshit, cunt, blah, blah, blah. And, okay, well, if you allow those words to hurt you, I'm sorry, you're not as deep, or you're not, and even that's just a bullshit made up word. To be deep or have depth, that's all bullshit. That's all made up just to say, oh, I'm deeper than that person. Like, no, I'm more intellectual. What the fuck does that mean? Well, you think deeper, you think, well, what, that word means that word and that word. Like respect and admiration. To respect someone basically means to admire them. To admire someone basically means to respect them. Which one fucking means anything? And then you look up the definition, well, it just means more words. And then what about those words? What do they mean? Well, they mean more words. Where does it fucking end? And where does the real communication step in and say, I love you, let's just get high and have fun.
These are what we try. We actually, like, I think we fuck ourselves over by, like, Have you ever had a friend or met anyone that doesn't speak your language, but been able to communicate with them or hung out with them in an extended period of time?
Not an extended period of time.
Like, maybe
Just
like
a couple
not-
hours
you
at a party.
Okay.
I met this Indian guy, and he did not speak a bit of fucking English, but he was still awesome. I've always
There
had
was a vibe.
I've always had a vibe with Indian people in general. From India, any Indian person I met, I even had one guy compliment me. He's like, "You need to be on the fucking radio, dude. You need to be a broadcaster." Blah blah blah. And it was like that kind of stroking the ego, and just but he was kind of right. I'm like, yeah, I love talking. Blah 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 blah. And then the other one was just, yep, just got here, hadn't been in America that long. It was kind of like the first time, and it was just, but I still felt that deep presence of a person actually being there, compared to the lack of presence I feel with most people I communicate with, or I'm attempting to communicate with, whether it's my girlfriend or her friends or my family or their people or whatever. It's still a, where the fuck are you people? Well, you're not here.
you're not. Are you listening?
You're in the future. You're already checked out. Like, if you're at the grocery store, it's like, I actually want to get the groceries and check out and do all that, and these people are just holding the cart, and they haven't even got the groceries in the cart yet, and they think they're checked, and I think I'm what
It's funny. I mean,
like, they don't even know where they're at. So if you asked them where they're at, they wouldn't even be able to tell you.
who can?
They can't tell you that I'm actually thinking about 10 minutes from now, or actually I'm regretting 20 years from now, or
I think right. I mean, but I
nuts.
honestly believe, like, me personally, I'm pretty good at that. Like, actually, I find as I'm trying to become a better conversationalist, as you're saying those things, like, I'm thinking like, oh, that's a good point. Like, mental note, like, oh, I want to bring something up, and if I don't write it down, and it's like, oh, and then if you keep on going, then it's like, then I feel that I'm thinking about that thing that I want to say, and then I get disturbed because then I'm like, I start thinking that, oh shit, now you're thinking about that thing that you want to say instead of listening to what he's saying now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
it all
just
negates
let it,
the
like,
next one, negates
right,
the next
like,
one.
oh, this would be a good point, or is there a point, or what's the point is really the biggest question. What's the point of really anything that we're doing?
That's why I like Yuji, and I think you would like Yuji. Yuji Krishnamurti. I think you'd like him if you can understand him, though. It's you have to actually take the time to give him the attention, and if you do, it's like, whoa, it's all bullshit. There's no such thing as communication. That's what he says. He says there is no way that I can communicate with you. No way, no possible way, without these constructs, without this knowledge that's been given to us from everyone before us. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't know how to even tell each other apart.
Well, I guess that's what I was
from
going
that
to say.
shit
So when
is
I
the only
was
thing that makes us tell each other apart, though. That's
This-
kind of the contradiction.
this started off with the question of, you know, have you spent an amount of time with someone that you haven't been able to, and you're talking about this this ability they have with Indian people.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, I remember being a younger kid and going down to Florida, and we were in Fort Myers Beach, and there was this kid, and they were there like the whole week we were, and he didn't speak any English. I didn't speak any of whatever language that they were speaking. I mean, I was so young, I didn't even know. I just know that we didn't talk.
Yep.
But our parents both smiled, and we were like, and we were doing our thing. You know, what we were really doing is we both thought it was a really cool idea to dig a pit and put really sharp sticks and shells down there and then cover it with some beach grass, so when people were walking the beach at night, they'd
I've seen this on a movie, I think.
No, I didn't at the time. I just remember thinking, like, well, we dug a big hole. What are we going to do with it now?
We do it? Yeah.
Well, we should put some sticks in there. Wouldn't it be cool if people step in it?
Not thinking, we could
Yeah,
kill
these are
somebody.
horrible. Yeah, absolutely. Like, and, karma. I remember running the beach at night one night and totally stepping in some kid's fucking pit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, like you were saying about the fucking, the parents nodding and shit. That's why I like to think we're animals, because animals don't need language to communicate.
Exactly.
They can know.
That's where I was going. The whole point was, like, for that part is to just be like, to say that, there is no communication. It's the vibe that we feel with people. Like it's just, everything is that frequency. Like, what is
it's communicating
words?
by
It's
itself.
words upon words upon words upon words. That's what you were saying, and that's why I was saying it's like, what words are kind of meaningless, and how much are we actually losing by trying to interpret it, what we feel, into a word when words can't even begin to describe.
No, it's you're
how
trying
is it-
to, it's almost like trying to point at something, but by the time anybody actually looks at what you're pointing at, it's already gone. So you're always chasing this thing,
It's
and
like
you're
the ultimate-
never going to get your finger on it quite. You might think, oh, I got my finger. Oh, no, damn it. I thought I
All you
touched
can
it. Oh,
become is a
no.
statistic. All they can do is count it
Or a
enough
label,
times
or in
and be
the
like,
box.
all right, well, hey, you know what? If you ask the same person the same question 100 times, 45% of them are going to respond. Either
Yeah.
negatively or positively, they're going to respond.
And then what is negative and positive?
Right.
And then all that,
but it's all
yada,
this. But
yada.
it all becomes some sort of statistic that someone's getting paid money for.
And that's why I was saying earlier at dinner, where it's all an illusion, so you might as well make it a really good one. If your whole world is made up just by your own thinking and your own brain, then
Dream is destiny.
start dreaming and thinking bigger. Dream bigger. Think bigger. Like,
Aim
it's
really
just-
fucking high so that when you end up being way fucking off because you're human anyway,
Yeah, you still.
it's still a lot
succeeded.
higher than you fucking
Yeah.
ever would have ended up if you
Yes.
just decided to settle and go
Want-
work that fucking factory
Yes.
job doing fucking nothing for minimum wage.
Yes, tell yourself you want $1 trillion. So then when you make 300 million, you're still pretty happy.
Right.
You know, like, okay, I'm gonna be a trillionaire.
Don't be afraid of putting in the fucking work and to
No.
work more than work. Don't be afraid of learning new fucking shit.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I think that's a lot of it too. It's just the older people in general don't want to learn new
You
shit.
have to move forward, just like me with YouTube. Like if I could have started, if I would have
Oh,
known
yeah.
now what
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew then.
But then now it's really, I'm telling you, start now compared to not now. And it's
Right. That's
Yeah.
the thing you're going to tell yourself. Well, shit's already been out for fucking 15 years.
Oh yeah.
What am I going to do
that's
with
the same
it?
thing with Bitcoin. Of like, oh, I shouldn't buy it now. It's you know.
What is
it
that
already-
going to matter?
Yes.
Well, it's going to be the currency that people trade in.
Yes. Well, once everything, I solely fucking believe it is going to be the internet, no matter what. Unless, I mean,
It's going to be different ISPs though.
do you
'Cause
know
we're-
about Article 13 in the UK and the fucking EU kind of shit, where it's all about it's all about copyright. Where now YouTube is going to be almost forced to take responsibility for people uploading copyrighted information or copyrighted videos. Like if I upload something with somebody else's shit in it right now, it's going to get copyright claimed, but it's not going to be illegal for me to show it, and I'm not going to get sued. They're just going to claim the money. Like if I showed Joe Rogan, the Bent Pixels, which owns Joe Rogan channel, they're just going to claim my video and take the money. No big deal. No legal processing. But the EU and the UK just passed a law where now they're going to make it where you can get sued, but instead of suing the channel, it's going to be suing YouTube for allowing the people to upload that copyrighted content. So they're basically getting stricter on their copyright infringement laws in the UK and in the EU. So then now there's going to be a lot of people that, like Philip DeFranco, he's got over 7 million people, I think, and he's just saying, well, I love you, UK and the EU, but you guys are making dumb laws, so I'll just block my videos from being shown in your country. And that's the start of it. That's just the start of all this bullshit. And then the one guy YouTuber that almost went to prison for fucking making a YouTube video. Like, they're attacking freedom of speech, they're attacking other things, but especially over there, and I don't know why. It's like you would think, but we are the country of the freedom of speech. So that was kind of my initiative to be even more involved in YouTube, where I'm not fighting for freedom of speech yet, but that's what I will fight for. If I ever have anything to stand for as a human, it will be freedom of speech, because I think I should be able to say, if
More
you can't
than
say
freedom of speech, I can list a couple other things.
Well,
freedom of fucking thought.
But I'm just saying, if I can't say fuck you, then I can't say fuck the government, and I can't say fuck this and fuck the religion.
You just
And
need to be able
you should
to
be able to say
free
everything.
to think. Yeah, but you
But
need
it's
to
the
also be able to free
freedom-
to think what you want, because dude,
Yes.
that's where NeuroNet, Neuralace, all the shit dude, this stuff is coming out, man.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to be dealing with people are going to be jumping in line. I feel like I would be, bro.
can
Like
you
if
imagine
you're
if
telling
you
me
could
that I could
matrix it?
fucking connect, I could subconsciously connect my brain to fucking Google.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, or even Matrix. Think about it.
You're
when
just
they
going to
figure
tell me
out-
that, okay, this reduces your life expectancy by 15 years, but you can record your dreams.
Yeah.
What? Okay, sign me the fuck
Yes.
up. I want to watch my dreams. That's what I'd be doing with my day. All day I'd be watching my dream.
Yep.
And I'd be like pulling out the best shit. And I'd be like, I'm going to make my fucking dreams happen because I'm going to make some badass movies.
Yeah. Well, it just makes me think of the fucking like Jackie Chan. Well, not Jackie Chan, but just the fucking kung fu in general, where it's like if kung fu and if some kind of any martial arts was broke down to a code, to literally a code, I can't wait till they can find that out and then figure out how to put that code in your brain. So then all of a sudden, you know martial arts. They figured out every single
Yeah, they were
every
saying
single
some we're gonna be able
neuron
to
and
learn.
how. That's what I mean. It's like the Matrix where they're plugged. Oh, you
Yeah.
want to learn helicopter flight?
I just
Boop,
read
boop,
this,
boop, boop.
this is an article that just came out that you're talking about.
No, I'm just
Because there is one that just came out. That,
See,
that
I'm
was
just thinking
reading.
about it where that's going to be the future once they can figure out the code. Everything is a code. If you run the test long
It's
enough,
the beginning stages of we figured out how to get you to learn things
Yes.
by inputting data.
if you put in this many ones and zeros in this particular order, you will know all the martial arts there's to know. Now put that in a tube and inject it into this guy's veins and make it go to his brain, and then he woke up
Right,
after his 10-hour
because
nap
you've-
and he knows martial arts now. He might not have the body for it, but we got another process and a system for that. Here's a pill that makes I can't wait. Like I said, I'm really over food. I can't wait till they can give you a pill that makes you feel full, makes you feel like you ate plenty of shit, and it's the most
gotta be able to-
nutrient fucking
dense
thing. That's what I mean. It has to be the most nutrient
It's
thing.
gotta be able
covers
to-
everything for your body. Like here's a test of what your body needs.
Then what? But then
and
what are we going to need teeth for?
We won't. We won't need
Then
anything.
we're just going to be we're just going to be an esophagus and a vagina and a dick.
We'll have teeth.
We'll just
but
walk
everything
around and
will
be like, "Oh my god, did you see that guy
artificial.
on fucking dude? I felt bad for the guy.
no legs and arms.
Yes.
Which-
And, and immediately I watched this video and I'm thinking
Oh, yeah.
like, dude,
He does
you're
everything,
walking
though.
on your balls all day.
That's what I thought too.
I'm like,
when you
I'm like
slam out of your
thinking
bed,
about it. I'm
you
like,
slam
okay, he
right to
made
your
sure to
balls.
say that he has no arms and no legs, and then kind of threw a look to the camera, like
Yeah.
I still got my dick,
Yeah.
bitch.
How do you
You know,
think
and
I'd
then I'm like thinking to
balance?
myself, I'm like,
Yeah.
how the fuck dude? You're just rolling around on your balls. What are you tucking
Yeah.
those in your ass? Like how the
Literally,
fuck
I
are you
thought
doing
the same
this?
thing because when he just flopped out of his bed, I'm like, balls. Okay, right there. I'm like, he flopped on the ground, balls. I'm just thinking every time he hit his balls, I'm like, yeah.
Stupidest invention or most brilliant motherfucking thing. What the hell is going on with T-Mobile bringing back the fucking phone booth?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I haven't heard.
You haven't heard about this?
I haven't heard.
Oh
Thank
my God. So apparently T-Mobile is decided that, like, you know what?
Yeah.
It sucks when you're outside and at the bus stop and people are being too fucking noisy. I need to have a private conversation.
Yeah.
So they
Oh my
created a
Jesus.
booth that is a phone booth that is clear on two sides and it's fucking like soundproof. One side has got a huge screen that you can plug your phone in and it will charge your phone and allow you to do your video conference display very large.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
other side is like rotating, or you can choose, or maybe it's just one of the area or whatever of an iconic location. So
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
it's great for selfies and all this other shit.
Of course.
Of course, you have to have a fucking T-Mobile phone to unlock to be able to get in the booth. So it's this
course.
new exclusive thing.
Yes. And that will
Is this
drive up
going
sales.
anywhere?
It might.
Is this going anywhere? Or is
no.
this like fucking dead in the water? I think
It's
this
still-
is DOA.
It's stupid.
Who
It's
the fuck?
basically
I
stupid
mean,
as
I
fuck.
really need to know. I want to know the clientele that's I want to know. I want to see a fucking phone booth.
Show me the people.
Yes, where people are going into this motherfucker
Yeah.
like, you know what, fuck you. And because that motherfucker's in it, like, well, motherfucker, how come I don't have
Well,
a fucking booth?
guess that-
And then they're like, what, other people are going to make booths? And, or are they just going to be like T-Mobile customers pissed off at each other because I got in here first, bitch?
Think about the T-Mobile porn that the hackers are going to get from being able to access those phone booths that are just a beacon of information, and they
I'm
hack
sure
into it. And you're
you
like,
can Apple
what up,
Cash or
you know?
fucking Android
Yes,
Cash,
fuck
Samsung
yeah.
Cash, fucking like 25 cents. Use the phone booth.
I called my boyfriend. And I
You
sent
got
a selfie,
4
and I
minutes.
lost $375. Like, what the fuck? Like, I
just
don't know.
Totally got hacked. This
That
RFID
filter-
chip that was implanted in my arm.
Yeah. Or the fucking nano machine that was just sprayed in a mist bottle into my face. Like, it doesn't have to even be in. It's so fucking crazy how small they can make the
Nanodust.
No, dude,
Nanodust.
that's interesting as fuck. That's interesting.
Nanodust.
They can make a camera the size of a grain of sand now. So it's just
I told you my idea about the fly, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So, dude, we got to do this.
Oh, dude.
I've been talking about it a little bit more. I was even thinking about like we have to like incorporate like the van before we get the decals on it, to where it's like the van's pulling up somewhere, or like it's like just like, you know, city shot, and then all of a sudden you see like a van pulling up, and then like kind of cuts, and it's like, oh, we're it looks like we're kind of following the van, but not really, because it almost hits this guy, and that's who we're following.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but this van parks, and then it's like, oh, whatever, blah blah blah, and then we're in. That's the opening title screen, because now it's the fly's view until it pulls out from there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like I've been like trying to figure out how to set this motherfucker up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, it
like,
would
dude, this
be-
would be a fun little short.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
It's like a little 10-minute thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it wouldn't be, yeah. because that's it. It's just that fly's point of view and how you're gonna really
Good,
get
cool. Like I want cool conversations that are almost suspect. You know, like they're almost incriminated. It's just to the point where it's like, okay, these are just two people talking. It's an interesting conversation, and that's borderline suspicious. That's what I want people to get from it. And then all of a sudden it pulls out, and it's like I'd really like to like see how many fucking TVs and monitors I can get,
Oh, God.
and like make it look like totally like you know, the guy who did Brazil and shit. What the fuck is his name? Gilliam, Terry Gilliam.
Yeah.
12 Monkeys and shit.
Yes.
So I would just love to have like a couple suits sitting at a fucking desk full of monitors.
Yes.
That are all just like different flies.
Oh yeah, that would be sick.
know?
That would be sick. Definitely. Just of the fucking, it's.
And then it goes into the monitor of another one, and then
Yes.
you know,
Just
the end.
Oh yeah, I can see it definitely, because it just opens it up for so many. Where's the fly going now? And what's it gonna see? And what's it gonna fly into? And then just you could have any. Here's a fucking typical fighting couple, and then they
Look
fly
how they're
over to
spying
this,
on
and then
people. That's, I mean, like anytime that we're having thoughts about like stupid shit like this, and we're like, oh my god, that's kind of crazy. That wouldn't it be crazy if?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Oh,
that
yeah.
be fucking insane
Oh,
if someone
yeah.
just did? And then you think, yeah. There's a bunch of bored motherfucking million gajillion zillionaires out there that are like, Leon, dude, I'm totally bored too. After we get done sucking each other off, we should totally just like fucking make this thing happen. I got
Yep.
like fucking 15 Asian students that are like good at coding.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Yeah, exactly.
Like they're like recruiting from everywhere,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's where I just know that if it's a good enough idea, it is. The money shouldn't be the thing holding us back. That pretty much it, or holding anybody back.
But
Holding-
they take these fucking sinister ideas where
Yes.
they develop this shit. They develop crazy fucking shit. And now that so much crazy fucking shit has been developed, people are doing crazy fucking shit with crazy fucking shit. I look around here at some of the capabilities that I have.
Yeah.
Okay. I start thinking about like if I had access to any of this shit when I was like, you know, eye-gasming
Yeah.
at 13 years old about like what any electronic shit that I'm not supposed to touch because it's dad's.
Oh yeah.
You know,
God, yeah.
you know,
that's it, too.
like, and it's
Yeah.
like, but spy shit. Like I started thinking about it. Like, dude, I've seen some crazy videos of like some drone pilots that do some amazing like FPV flying, and I start in like the games and that stuff's cool too. But like, dude, there's some crazy stuff. Like, what if you witnessed a murder? Like, what if you had to go up against a mob? Could you go up against a mob
Jesus
with
Christ.
like your remote control bullshit?
Oh, man.
You could. You got surveillance. You got a bird's eye fucking view. You
yeah.
got a crew of 3 fucking people. You're fucking in,
I
man.
was
Like,
gonna say that's all it comes down to is still people. That's
Still
all it
people.
is. It's
Still
just
need more than
fucking
you.
people. Yes.
Myself and I does not count. It's just me.
It's too hard. That's it. And that's the only reason I choose to do the shit that I do is that I think about it the same way of like, man, if I just had a fucking crew to film me, well, yeah, obviously I could be on an adventure and do this, or even just fucking around my house of, okay, you film this, I'm going to fucking be Richard Tater and I'm going to fucking do this. And
That's the
not
best
have to
part. Like I
worry
look at like
about-
workaholics.
Oh, yes, that's it. It's
3 guys.
You take the
It's a trio.
typical scenarios and the scenery. Oh, well, yeah, this is shot in my house because it's a dude's house that lives out here, and this is the whole fucking scene. It's just so.
But when you're filming each
Oh,
other,
man.
like that's why, like when I showed you that pilot that I did, like other than 2 shots, like when we were really jazzed to get those shots, but other than that, you only need 2 people on camera at a time.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty much. Oh yeah. Well, I've even had the idea of like a show for just an ego versus soul, where it's just me in a scenario of my life, but every scenario comes down to ego versus soul. And then it's the inner dialogue of me talking to myself, and I'm talking usually from my ego, and then my soul is trying to get me to do the good things. And I'm just like, but he's a fucking cunt. And it's like, but Elmer, you know we are all love, and we are all energy, and he is you, and you are God, and we are all one. You remember that, don't you? I don't give a fuck about God right now and this motherfucker. Fuck him. Elmer, And then just, those kind of
Inner voice.
basically an inner voice, but it would be the evil Elmer versus his loving soul and the, or just evil Elmer. I'm like, okay, ego versus, or Elmer's ego, any E bullshit. It's always fucking, go with the E. Yeah. And then that's my initials too.
Evil.
Well,
It's love backwards.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that too. That's why I don't believe in evil. I just know that it's all love. It's nice to feel evil. I kind of like it sometimes. When I was tripping my balls off last time, I felt like a jester. And I felt like a, who's the fucking evil guy in Aladdin? Well, not even the evil Jafar. I felt like a fucking evil genie. I felt like the sorcerer of just like, I'm making this happen to you. And it just felt like a sneaky, slithering snake through the grass, which I can be a snake sometimes.
Sneaky, snaky son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
When's your birthday?
November 20th. I'm a Scorpio, but I am I'm a tiger in the Chinese zodiac. And then, I'm just a little tiny scorpion. Yeah.
I'm just out here in the desert, minding my own. I'm just a land lobster, baby. That's why they gave me a stinger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, dude. I have got to take a piss. I am ready.
I need cigarettes and nicotine.
Yeah.
Nicotine.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
You guys need to check out more fucking Finding Lost. You need to check out Dan Chipman's motherfucking page for everything. Go to his website. Just get out there.
Watch my shit.
Share it. It's only a couple clicks away.
You're talking about taking hiatus, so like I didn't want to, shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, well, I just want to.
What do you do?
Come out of somebody else's voice.
At Elmer's World.
Oh yeah, but it's still at Elmer's World on fucking YouTube. Jesus Christ, if you. Yeah.
Do you have a website, motherfucker?
No. Yeah.
All right, get on that bitch.
Gonna make me get a website, and I'll be
make him pay 10 grand for that bitch.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I think I've made one on Wix before. I don't know.
Better secure that domain.
That's it too. Yes. I at least want to get it for my music, especially, and then obviously the Elmer Ernest Hall.
And you Elmer Ernest Hall, and then just link everything. Like you told me how insignificant a fucking website is.
Yes.
Then all right, if you're talking about build your own brand, well, then your brand is you, motherfucker. If you're keeping your name, then you're Elmer Ernest Hall. Fucking own that shit, and then on your thing, all you do is just dump them to your social media, and you have different pages, which are basically landing pages for your band or for your comedy or whatever.
That's why I like the YouTube, because what I do with my videos is I'll mix my music in the background of my vlogs or of just any Elmer's World podcast or whatever, and it's this fucking double cross promotion. Here's I Did Not Die. Here's all the links to that. That's where I get everything I'd want from a website on YouTube, just because it is just I don't have that much to go to other than videos. Really, music videos. Here's a SoundCloud. Here's this, or an iTunes or whatever the shit. But I do understand the actual validity and professionality of a fucking website and have it set in stone. I love the fucking having that.
Just get it. He said Wix. I use WordPress. Whoever wants to sponsor me, let me know. I'm on iTunes now, bitch. Check it out.
Yeah, no.
You're on iTunes too. What's your iTunes podcast channel?
Oh, Grunts and Groans podcast.
Grunts and Groans podcast.
Yeah, if you search Grunts and Groans podcast.
Elmer's World.
Shit. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
As always, man.
I'm gonna smoke like 3 cigarettes in a row now.
Till next time. Later.
Go, let it go. Let it all just fade away. Go, let it go. And rise up through the flames.
Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. You can also follow me on any of these social media outlets at Finding Lost WDC or visit findinglostwdc.com for the latest adventure updates. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time on Finding Lost.